Well, hello to all the wonderful podcasters out there, wherever in the world you're listening right now. We truly appreciate it. Dana here. Yeah, I'm a sports junkie, I'm a wing lover, and of course a Smart Club member because I trust my home comfort to standard heating and air conditioning, and I really think you should too. Right now it's HVAC Mania, and these deals will help offset the cost when your brackets get busted. You can score a $45 coupon on a furnace tune-up, normally $148. And no, it's never too late to show your furnace some love. And if your system's about to crash out like a 5-seat against a 12, now's the time to replace it on your schedule with 0% financing from Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Go to standardheating.com and mention 93X. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. 93X.
What's up, Jagoffs? What a crowd. We're underway here at the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. So glad you could join us as we make it official here at 5:43. 5:43? Why are we running so late? I didn't notice, and I don't care, but did something bad happen?
Well, it was one of those things where we could have gone at 5:38, or we could have played a song, and I elected to play a song.
That's right.
Good choice.
I see.
Push that sumbitch back as far as you can.
A lot of times we go to like 9:02, 9:03, so I think we kind of owe ourselves a couple extra minutes in the morning.
I agree with you.
I like how you think. As we run late this morning.
I dig it. I dig it. Push that pig back. What is it, Wednesday? Josh, do you think that if we all smoked rock, do you think the work week would go by faster or it would feel even longer?
Boy, I don't know.
I don't know.
That's a stimulant, right? Well, aren't you up longer?
It's a stimulant, he says.
Yeah, but time is going to fly by.
I don't know anything about smoking crack, but I've been reading a lot of drug-related material this morning. So, yeah, I was checking with you first, Josh, because you're the...
Drug guy?
No. You're easily the most educated of the four of us.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but I would think...
You know a lot of things about the world.
I would think that it keeps you up.
Right. So that would probably make
it seem
the work...
like it would kind of drag on a little.
Yeah.
Although you're so probably... Here, I'm speaking about crack like I know it. Maybe you're so oblivious to what's going on around you. When you come to, it's like, where'd the week go?
Yeah,
no, I don't
exactly.
know. I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough question to answer. I suppose we'd have to give you some crack rocks, make you smoke them, and then we'd get a more accurate idea.
I'd rather try something else.
You don't want to try crack?
No, we at the state fair, the troopers came out with one of the canine dog or the drug-sniffing dogs. Canines are dogs. And they gave us like a suitcase full of drugs.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought, what a nice gift. And then they said, no, you can't have this. This is give you an example of how we train our dogs, what they're smelling. And I think it was crack that smelled the worst. Like it smelled like a chemical spill of some sort.
I remember the suitcase filled with drugs that was given to us by members of law enforcement in public at the state fair. And the first thing I said was, now we're talking, right?
Yeah, I thought, is it our birthday? What did we do to
We got to get on the Ferris wheel. We got to take some of this, get on the Ferris wheel, get on the Sky Ride. No, he's right. Some of these hard street drugs, specifically crack rocks.
Heroin was another bad one.
Heroin kind of smelled like if a dead dog was able to crawl up a elephant's ass, and then the elephant died too. So now you got two dead animals, and then you add, I don't know.
And then somebody farted at the same time.
And then somebody farted, and then someone brought in a bucket of piss. The smell was.
Jeez.
Here's what I was reading: regular life things that hit like crack rocks. Again, we'd have to smoke some crack to make an accurate list of things to compare to it. But, we can guess. What can you come up with? A regular life thing that hits you like crack rocks?
Boy, I mean, I sure love to eat.
Yeah.
So I'd say, like, when pizza shows up, That's pretty cool.
Oh,
That's
what-
where my mind went right away. It was like, what food hits like
Josh,
crack?
your pizza's here. That feels like a hit of drugs?
Yeah,
Like a hit of...
Or maybe a show that I really like. It comes back for a new season. That feels pretty good.
I know you like that show. What was it called? The Bunny Ranch.
No, never watched that.
Landman.
What are you talking
I
about?
watched a
The
couple
Bunny
of
Ranch
those.
was fantastic.
Do you guys watch Landman?
I do watch Landman.
Wait a minute. What was that show
Cat
called?
House?
Cat House.
Yeah, Cat House.
And that was at the Bunny Ranch.
Yeah, Dennis Hoff and all the ladies, Air Force Amy.
The big bloated guy ran the place.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were a big fan of I watched Bunny Ranch.
Oh, it was hilarious.
Or
I
whatever.
watched a couple episodes. I didn't have HBO, and so that's what it was on, right?
Yep.
So I had a buddy who would record it, and so I'd watch a couple episodes with him. I saw the one where the mom took her son to get his bean snapped.
That
one
had
was-
to have been fake,
That's
right?
insane.
Oh, I never even considered that.
That's not good.
I mean, it's anybody's
Oh,
guess.
you ruined it.
But it was
I mean,
entertaining
It
nonetheless.
probably is.
I don't know
yeah.
if that's probably better.
It's television, so it's anybody's guess.
I was
but
so uncomfortable.
a mother brought her son in, as Josh would say, to get his bean snapped.
What?
As me or a gentleman in the 1920s would say.
That's how my dad always said it. I'd call him, what are you up to tonight? I'm thinking about going out and getting my bean snapped. I remember... So, yeah, okay, so when someone says, Josh, the pizza's here, or when an old episode of the Bunny Ranch comes on, you think that hits like crack. I've got one. Again, if in fact a hit off of someone's crack pipe really does feel as good as they portray it in the movies, let's say that it does feel that good. I bet it doesn't feel as good. And some of you are going to get this, some of you are not. I bet you crack rocks don't feel as good as when you wait all day to tear away at your athlete's foot and then you finally get after it. The athlete's foot starts to tease you a little bit if you don't know anything about the disease. Oh, you get that feeling.
Yeah, that does feel very good.
And let's say, you're on a date or you're at work and you can't do anything about it. It's torturous. But you finally get your shoes and socks off and some alone time and you attack that athlete's foot with every ounce of energy you got. I bet your crack rocks can't compare to that feeling. That's like 15. I'm going to say that feels like 15 to 20 simultaneous orgasms.
What about... Oh, wow.
Wow.
I think I'd pass out. I'd have a seizure.
Like that episode of the Bunny Ranch that you watched.
So what about, like if you have to go to the bathroom real bad and you're driving and you finally make it home?
Yeah.
Oh,
Although
that feeling of
sometimes-
sweet relief.
Yeah.
I bet your crack rocks can't touch that.
Especially when you have to make a pee-pee, I don't know if this is the same for women. Ashley, you have to tell me. Have you guys sat there for a second? I suggested you all sit and pee. And then it takes a second to go, and when it does, it hurts a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Had
No.
that happen?
Yeah.
That doesn't happen to girls?
me.
I've had a little-
It doesn't happen to me. It might happen to other people.
I've had some urination pain.
I say often that stuff hits like crack. That's like a go-to thing for me. And
By the way, you and Canadians are the only ones who say often. But anyway, what were you saying? There are a lot of things that you think?
yeah, and recently it's sappy, so Nick's gonna hate it, but Josh will love it.
Is it a kid thing again?
yeah.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
I've always said like making a baby laugh that hits like crack.
I've never made anyone laugh.
That's
I
not true.
think maybe a baby would be cool. Yeah, when they start smiling, that's pretty sweet.
Here's a text message, Ashley. You might feel a little corny about what you just said. It came off a little corny. Making a baby laugh hits like crack rocks. But don't feel alone. Here's a texter right here who I think has the same mindset as you do on the question of what hits you like crack. Here's a guy who texted in, good head. So,
That's similar.
There are other people who are thinking like you this morning. What am I saying here? Oh, speaking of, Josh, I think that's a good answer. Hanging onto a whiz or something and you finally let it ride.
Yeah, there's times where you and I have to run it by each other on the way out. Like, should we go?
Yeah.
Should we go on the way?
Yesterday, here's a little Josh is always going to be Josh type of story. So he and I stopped by the men's room on our way out the building yesterday to take that just in case of. We had to take that just in case family pee.
The
Yeah.
pee before you go, my
Right.
mom would always say.
We always go in as a family. And I had already put my sunglasses on because I'm preparing to leave the building. And so I'm standing in the men's room with my sunglasses on, and Josh walks in. And I said, "Hey, Josh, what comes to mind when you see a man standing in the bathroom wearing sunglasses?" And Josh says, "Well, to me, I would think maybe you're a rock star and you're headed off to do a show." And I said, "Oh," and so we pissed. And then here comes some other guy in the building, like a boss character. And I still had my sunglasses on. I said, "Hey, boss, what do you think when you walk into a men's room and there's a man standing there wearing sunglasses?" And he says, "Well, I think you're probably trying to get a look at my D." Okay?
Yeah.
And we wrap up our exchange of pleasantries and we leave, and Josh says, "Well, that kind of sucked." And I said, "What?" And he goes, "The boss's joke was better than mine."
And Josh thought about it all day.
Yeah, I said something to the effect of I thought he was like an A-list actor about to shoot a sweet action scene or something like. He's on set getting ready to go. Yeah, and he had his, and I'm like, dang it, that was
I bet
so
you,
much better.
It was better. So I bet you athlete's foot relief, having to go to the bathroom and finally getting that release, I bet those are comparable, if not better, to crack rocks. I'm sorry to continue discussion about bathrooms. Maybe that bothers some people. But I had an episode once. I've had athlete's foot since I was a 8th grader. And tried a few things. Never really tried terribly hard to get rid of it. I probably could have killed it years ago, but, I don't think about things like that. I don't take very good care of myself. But I've had it for many years. Years ago, I was out on a date with this gal. We're sitting outdoors, patio type of a summer day, and it hit me. That athlete's foot friggin' feeling hit me, and it wasn't subtle. It was... I mean, it's not a bad feeling. It's a little, it's an itch that you have to get. If you don't know, you just have to get after it, or it will make you insane. So it hits me while I'm having lunch or whatever with this gal. And I had to go to the bathroom. I just had to. I couldn't sit still anymore. I didn't hear a word that she was saying to me because I was so laser focused on, okay, I have to get rid of this. I go into the men's room. I didn't feel right just, kind of bending over, and tearing away at my foot while I'm standing out in the open at the men's room. So I went into a stall and I put my foot up on the toilet and I brutally attacked this athlete's foot. But I couldn't help myself. There's other men in the bathroom and they see me go into the stall and then hear me make this noise. Because of the relief of the... And it dawns on me now everyone in the boys' room thinks I'm jacking off.
Yeah.
But I had to.
And you're in a weird position if you look under the stall.
I suppose if they looked under the stall, they would have wondered why I was on one foot facing the toilet.
Yeah.
Because you're jacking off.
Yep.
While masturbating.
On the topic of bathrooms and awkward encounters or disappointing encounters, I had 2 yesterday. I forgot about my earlier one. There was a coworker in there, and I've been meaning to run into him so I could compliment him on something, something he's up to, and I thought, whoa, what a great opportunity. That's cool he's doing that. I complimented him.
You complimented him
in the
on
bathroom?
what?
On a new project he's working on.
Oh, hey, nice project
Yeah,
there.
I was like, that's cool. I can't wait to hear what you guys come up with, that kind of thing. Steve Gorman at KQ, he's got a new band. And so I was like, that's awesome, And I complimented him, and then I said, I appreciate that. I thanked my compliment to him, and I left and went, what a dummy.
Why?
I
Why'd
don't
you
know.
do that?
I have no idea. I guess I was anticipating what he might say.
You said what you assumed he might say to you.
Yeah, I don't know why it happened. I jumped in, and I saved him a response. I gave him that response, and I have no idea why that happened. But it stuck with me most of yesterday.
Yeah, that would stick with me, too.
Here are some things that people are... What's the word I'm looking for? People are comparing to a hit of crack rocks. Regular life things. Taking off your shoes after being out on your feet all day.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. When I worked at the state fair, I would pull pretty long shifts, like 12-hour shifts. And, you're on your feet the whole time.
Some of it spent on your back.
Hey, that was off the clock, Dana.
Oh, man.
Sorry, I had to.
I'm glad you did.
You took off your tennis shoes and it felt real good.
Yeah, that was the best. And until an hour would pass, and then it would be like that restless feeling.
Yeah, the restless leg syndrome.
Yeah, because like they hurt so bad.
Yep.
You never got athlete's foot while working at the.
No, I got it.
Oh, you did
in a
have
different situation. Yeah, I got it from the gym.
I've
was
never
so
had that
frustrating.
thing.
Oh God, it is something.
Well, that's why they always
dude.
told you to wear sandals in the
God.
shower in college.
No, it wasn't even that. I got it from the tanning beds because I would obviously take my shoes off, so I didn't have shoe tan lines, and so I would walk around on the floor. Now I have shoe tan lines because I don't take them off anymore.
So you know what I'm talking about.
Dude, it's the worst. The
that
worst.
story
itch.
of me digging into the how do you say, not digging or ducking into the bathroom. You know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Yeah.
You were mentioning how tired your legs would get, Ashley.
Yeah.
Sometimes with promotions around here, you're standing for a couple hours, just standing in the same spot at a table
Sucks.
or whatever. I think we were at a grocery store, like for a new Mountain Dew product, if I remember correctly. And one of the people that worked there was like, "Hey, stand on one of these mats. You're going to be standing there for a long time. That's life-changing. I can't believe the difference it makes. Have you ever
Yeah.
stood on one of those things?"
Yeah,
They're
it
very
helps.
nice.
I've talked to a couple of people who work retail, and they're checking people out or whatever, and they said those mats make such a difference. It's huge. I wish I could just walk around on one of those.
Other folks texting in, comparing regular life things to a hit of crack. Ass itch.
Oh yeah, when you finally get that moment to get her done.
Straightening out a bad wipe.
Sure.
Fun Size Jesus says waking up and realizing you still have a few hours to sleep.
Oh, that is a good feeling.
You know
That
what
hits.
doesn't hit like crack when you wake up and you think you have more time and there's like 10 minutes until your alarm? That makes me want to punch a hole in the wall.
That hits like death.
That pisses me off so bad.
You wake up in the middle of the night. Oh, it's probably 2, maybe 2:30. I got a couple more hours, and the alarm goes, ack, ack, ack. Hits like death. Straightening out a bad wipe. You walk out of the bathroom, and you think everything's good, and you go, oh, wait a minute. I don't think I got everything. Hitting every green light. Taking off your tight jeans.
The green light, going back to that, I always wonder if the other shoe's going to drop. That happened to me the other day. What a difference that makes on your commute. I hit every single green light. That's never happened.
Imagine if you'd have been smoking crack at the time.
I know.
Finding money.
Oh, that was a cool feeling.
A hot shower when you're just a filthy, disgusting pile.
Oh, just a hot shower in general. Burn your skin. Oh,
How about
feels
when
so
that
good.
when that nagging sneeze finally hits? More anxiety than hair, Jesus.
I love sneezing, so yeah.
You had a couple good ones today.
Yeah, I usually have to. It's usually around the same time every morning. It's so weird. I'm allergic to something in here.
Poor concrete Jesus. He's got that crack rock feeling right now out on the road because he knows he's the only swinging D in town that knows how to drive in the snow. He's got that feeling right now, watching all those other suckers struggle. Yeah, I like a good sneeze. It about cracks me in half, but sorry for the pun. But there is some I do take some pleasure in a big sneeze, even though it is also painful for me. There's some pleasure involved. It's kind of like S&M, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it depends on which side of that you're on.
Right.
Trim Carpenter Jesus said payday. Because
Payday.
Then I can buy more crack.
Oh. And then you double that feeling of hitting a crack rock.
Ooh, when your back pops and the pain goes away. Yeah, cracking stuff. That's pretty good.
Oh, I get too scared.
This one's silly, but the one time a year I might wear dress shoes and dress socks. Taking off the dress socks just feels so good because they're always so damn tight around your ankles. I hate them.
Dress socks.
Yeah.
Huh. I guess I've certainly worn dress shoes, but I've always just gone ahead and worn regular socks.
Oh, you have?
Really?
Yeah, I've got a couple of pair.
Well, if they're black, who the hell's going to tell?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I don't dress.
I guess, aren't they like thinner and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I just put on my regular socks. Maybe that's why I've got athlete's foot.
It looks like it, I don't know, kind of feels good to have dress socks on and then put on dress shoes. It looks like it, because like when I put on nylons, and then I put on high heels, it kind of feels good. Is that true?
Well, see, I don't have any experience with
Oh,
dress
for me,
socks.
No?
no. There's it cuts off the circulation. It's like way too tight. I don't know.
Well, you should
what
buy
my
some
deal is.
bigger ones.
Josh, you've got nothing to say about nylons and high heels?
No. I mean, it's a great look.
The girls know what I'm talking about.
Now,
This person says when the breathalyzer hits 0.079. That was a close one.
Hell yeah.
I've never had that sensation. A lot of folks, no surprise, are comparing the feeling of crack rocks to their pull tab success stories, their pull tab winners.
Yeah, because that is crack.
It is what kind of crack?
Cardboard crack.
That's right.
Medical Device Jesus, I think I pissed him off once by accident. We were on one of the bar crawls, and they were using what are they called again? Pull tabs. They're doing the pull tabs, and I guess they'd been there for a while, he and a bunch of buddies. And he's like, hey, pull one. And I thought, nah, I'm not, I've never really gotten into it. I'm probably bad luck. And I pulled one, and I won something. And I think they were mad because they sat there and lost a lot of those.
Yeah, that's kind of how that works with pull tabs.
I felt bad that I
awesome.
won.
I wouldn't.
That's the night you won a lobster, actually.
Yeah. I miss doing those. I know you guys probably don't. Nick's probably happy we don't do those.
Miss what?
Those bar crawls.
Oh, they were fun.
Those were so much fun.
I think I'm too old now.
A couple of them were fun. A couple of them were not.
You know what I kind of
Yeah.
miss? Those dinners we did.
Dinners.
Yeah, those were cool. At the Lucky's 13. Lucky's 13.
Oh, we did
those. We did those. Remember, one was they had the hypnotist, and one of the people that worked at the restaurant ate bugs out of another person's hair. Pretended to.
That sounds awesome.
I remember the hypnotist. But we were running around town having dinners with people. Yeah, that was a...
Yeah, they called it like a pairing. It was kind of fancy. It was with
that
with the
gimmick.
fun.
That gimmick didn't really take.
No, it
but
did. I
we-
liked it. I thought it was fun. It's a small group of people. You really get to talk to everybody. I thought it was cool.
Wow, some of these answers are really interesting. People have been texting in what hits like crack. Regular life things. Shooting a big deer, catching a big fish. Absolutely. Biggest walleye I ever caught. It was there was a feeling. There was a different feeling to it. Yeah,
I imagine that's what it feels
I
like.
felt very
to do
victorious.
crack. Like
Maybe-
a little bit.
Yeah.
Like that. It's like a rush.
High Hopes McGee Jesus said, getting home, finding out no one's there. A few minutes apiece is wonderful.
Oh, wow. Yeah, some of you are up against it, and you never get that opportunity. This one really grabbed me. Because this is foreign to me. Beating a big boss type character in a video game.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. That's so satisfying. You're not even a big boss, but maybe just a level or a part you're stuck on, and you got to retry it a couple times, and you finally get through. You're like, oh, yeah.
And I know this isn't going to be impressive to people who are good at it, but when I hit double banana and Miss Pac-Man, I remember where I was. I was in an Embers in Richfield. It was the greatest feeling.
Double bananas.
Double banana, and then when I beat Mike Tyson's Punch-Out the first time.
Oh, everybody remembers where they were when they did that the first time.
My fingers were bloody. We were playing so long.
Oh, uh-huh.
Dude, you ain't kidding. Sadly, I remember standing up off the couch and telling myself, you have to remember this moment. When I beat Mike Tyson in Punch-Out, I kind of took it all in. And the surroundings were very sad. It was just my parents' broken, unfinished basement. But I told myself, I have to remember this moment. And here we are, 40 years. How old am I?
54.
This is about 35 years later. I do still remember it. So that's beating a big boss in a video game,
Definitely.
isn't it? At first, I didn't fully understand that, but
I always felt so proud that I beat Mike Tyson and Mike Tyson's Punch-Out on the old school Nintendo until about a year or two ago I saw a documentary where a guy beat it blindfolded. And I'm like, oh, well, maybe it's not that impressive anymore.
Oh, yeah, because you
Screw
hear
him.
the cues, right? You
yeah, you hear the music,
cues.
the audio cues.
Yep.
oh, wow, here's a teacher who says, this hits like crack. Oh, wow, middle school counselor lady, she says. Oh, I saw the middle school counselor a handful of times. He was a dick. I'm sure you're not that way. Middle school counselor lady, she says it hits like crack rocks when the worst behaved kid in school is absent.
Oh, my wife tells me that all the time. She'll say, "So-and-so isn't here today. I'm so relieved." And it'll definitely hit like crack for her tonight because once she leaves school, she's off for a week and a half for spring break.
I never considered that the teachers might hate some of the students.
Oh, definitely.
There's some teachers that hate all of the students.
We did have some that were pretty cranky, and maybe that was why.
There was a time in 7th grade where I lost my voice for a couple of days. It was like a laryngitis thing, and one of my teachers said like that was the best 3 days of her school year because I couldn't just constantly talk and
Bogus.
bother people.
Did you have a hard time keeping your trap shut?
Oh, I could not.
I did too.
Yeah,
That's what I would
same
get in
here.
trouble for.
Just
They would
constantly
move
trying to
me.
make people laugh or flirt with girls. I was obnoxious.
Oh, that official dissolution of marriage decree hits like crack.
Yeah.
That's a text from Richard.
Yeah, that was a good email to get when it was all signed, sealed, and delivered.
You know what? That does hit like crack.
Why? Just why? Because it's over. You don't have to worry about it anymore?
officially, it's all
Yep.
resolved. It's all done. You don't have to worry about it
Yep,
anymore.
you don't have to do anything else.
I know, Dana, you had a amicable, easy divorce,
Yeah.
right? As far as divorces go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ashley, was yours?
Yeah, it was easy.
It was easy?
Yeah.
Yes, but was it amicable?
It was like a Zoom. Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty amicable.
Really?
It was like a Zoom meeting. It was mostly just like an inconvenience.
Bus drivers are saying they know the feeling of that counselor. Bus drivers have texted in and said
sure.
when the dick kid doesn't get on the bus in the morning, that hits like her. The middle school counselor, yeah, I remember mine.
We didn't have counselors at our schools.
Well, you're a Catholic school. You don't need
Yeah.
counselors. You guys are all straight-laced little...
Some of us were. Some were pretty wild.
I don't know. Tell me if this was the right thing. I had a lot of clashes with the counselor at my junior high. He was a friggin' douchebag. And then, I don't know, let's say 2 years later, now I'm 17, I'm in high school, and I saw him on the highway.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and I hung out of the car and went, F you, bitch! Step out of the car, I'll knock you out, you fat bastard! What do you think of me now? Remember me, bitch? F you! I went totally crazy on the guy.
You really did?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I
I
thought
hated
you were
his
kidding.
guts. And he's sitting there behind the wheel looking at me like, I don't know if I remember this kid or not.
Like, Jesus, dude.
Oh, I
I'm just
flipped
out
out.
here doing my job for like
Oh, he would.
crap
No.
pay.
Don't give me this doing my job. I'm not. This isn't just a kid being a stupid kid. This guy was a bag of vomit. He had it coming. But it was one of those things where I just went completely nuts. And then when when we drove out of there, I asked myself if that was the right thing to do.
Yeah, that's a little crazy.
Oh, it was fun though.
Our counselors were pretty chill. We had like 4 different ones because there were so many kids. And
Yeah,
What kind of
same
stuff
here.
do they do?
they would like give us advice on classes, the college.
Oh, cool.
They're helpful if you need,
Yeah.
like, I guess, emotional help in any way.
So that's more what I meant. Like so it's not just academic. It's also if you're going through something.
yeah,
That's
like
important.
if something
Not this guy.
tragic would happen at the school, like a kid died or something like that, then they would they'd be very helpful with that.
Our guy was different. He just harassed us and took all of his life anger out upon us.
That was our what are they called? Like the hall monitors. There was one
Oh.
that was notoriously just awful.
I'll be your hall monitor. By God, I will.
I hope she's doing good.
I'll do that gig part-time.
I would never do that.
Oh, I'll do it today. I would love to be a hall monitor in a junior high.
Are you kidding? Oh, that would be awful.
Of course I'm kidding, for God's sake.
I'd
would
love
stab
to.
myself.
If I get fired or laid off or whatever the common thing that happens around here, I'd love to work in a school.
They're gonna make fun of you, Josh.
Oh, they're going to make such fun of you.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I'm gonna be the cool guy.
No,
I'm gonna
you're gonna be-
juggle. I'm gonna I'll
What?
be in the hallway
No.
juggling, and I'll ask about.
You're going to juggle, and they're going to kick your ass if you
and then
juggle.
they'll
And
say, Mr. Bitney. I'll go, no, Josh. Call me Josh.
No.
My dad is Mr. Bittner.
you know what they're going to call you? They're going to call you dick bag.
They're not gonna
Oh, yeah.
call me
And they're all in the
Yeah.
hallway, dick bag, dick bag, dick bag.
They'll come up with something more mean than that. They'll point something out on my appearance that I never noticed, and then will become horribly concerned about.
Bald-headed dick bag,
Yeah.
bald-headed.
They'll throw that in there.
You don't really want that gig, do you? Despite your juggling skills?
Did you work at a school? I'd
Yeah,
love
that's
it.
crucial.
Oh, my God. Why would you love working
I
at a
don't
school?
know. I always thought that'd be kind of fun being a teacher.
And why are you pouring so much hand sanitizer
I
on
don't
your-
know. It's a nervous thing. I just started. I think I've done like 8 or 9 little puffs
Why
of
do you
this thing.
have
He's
that
over
in your
here.
hand?
He's washed his hands 7 times
I
this
can't-
morning in hand sanitizer.
Oh, he's rubbing it on his face now. What's wrong with you?
Mrs. Lippy needs her private time.
Grease face, dick bag. Grease face. We got to take a break.
What
We'll
am
be
I
right.
doing?
Why are you doing that?
I don't know.
Weird. See, you pointed something out I didn't even realize I was doing.
I don't understand you
So
sometimes.
stupid all the time.
Oh no. Well, let's
Let me clean this away.
let's get a counselor in here. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Half-assed morning show. 93X.
Well, hello to all the wonderful podcasters out there, wherever in the world you're listening right now. We truly appreciate it. Dana here. Yeah, I'm a sports junkie, I'm a wing lover, and of course a smart club member because I trust my home comfort to standard heating and air conditioning, and I really think you should too. Right now it's HVAC mania, and these deals will help offset the cost when your brackets get busted. You can score a $45 coupon on a furnace tune-up, normally $148. And no, it's never too late to show your furnace some love. And if your system's about to crash out like a 5-seat against a 12, now's the time to replace it on your schedule with 0% financing from Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Go to standardheating.com and mention 93X. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.
Years of hard work, and now you've got pain in your back, your shoulders, your knees, maybe your joints. You need help. Randy Shaver here with the answer. Dave Bialke. He's got over 30 years experience in getting workers' compensation benefits for people just like you. Don't suffer. Call Bialke Law today, 763-571-2410, or go to bialkelaw.com. That's BIALKE law.com. And it spells relief for you.
Every day, excessive delays and denials from big insurers keep patients from accessing the care they need. And when care is urgent, these delays can be disastrous. These practices cost billions in wasteful spending, driving up costs for American families. But while big insurers put up barriers, America's hospitals and health systems are in your corner, navigating endless reviews and appeals to get you the care you need when you need it most. It's time to curb these harmful practices and put the focus back on patients. Brought to you by the Coalition to Strengthen America's Healthcare.
Stupid news on the Half-assed morning show.
All right. Had a little conversation earlier. Turned out to be a fun one. People were texting in. We were jaw-jacking back and forth on regular, everyday things that hit you like crack rocks. Ooh-wee, feels good. At least that's what I'm led to believe in movies and whatnot, that a hit of crack will eventually destroy your life. But that hit of crack, they say it's wonderful. I'm not going to go ahead and try it myself.
Good idea.
I'm already battling with this Norwegian lungworm that won't
Maybe it'll take it out.
leave. Maybe it'll
Yeah,
kill.
maybe that's the only thing that will stop it.
I can feel it swimming around in my chest. Maybe the crack rocks would kill that Norwegian lungworm. People have been texting in things that, regular life things that feel damn good, like a hit of crack. A couple went this way, waking up to an unexpected day off. Or leaving work on that last day before a long vacation.
Oh, definitely.
How about this one? When you're vacuuming and you hit that spot on the floor that makes a crackly sound.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Well, you just picked up someone's piercing or something. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
sure.
Yeah. You
Got something big.
So you dump some Doritos on the floor, you got something big, a piercing.
Yep.
Yeah, I always think, I just ruined the vacuum cleaner. The same with the lawnmower.
I'm a vacuumer. I am. So I know that wonderful feeling of hitting the crackly spot. Big Toe Jesus texted in to say this hits like crack when your fun hater wife finally loosens up a little bit, lets me get that new boat.
I bet that does hit like crack.
She's a friggin' fun hater. The second healer in the morning. That brings me back. That does. You guys know the definition of a healer?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean the morning drink?
Yeah. When we used to get
Hair of the dog, is that what they call it?
Yeah, when we used to get so damn drunk that you immediately have to begin drinking the next day. A lot of you know that first one can be a little iffy,
Yeah.
Tastes a little funny. Your stomach kind of starts to dance around a little bit. That first healer can be iffy, but that second one, it just you get right. You finally get right. You feel like a human being again.
Was that the idea behind the Bloody Mary and how popular that was for a while? Man, that was huge.
Never saw it.
All the fancy Bloody Marys you'd go out and get.
Oh, yeah.
To the point
You
where
get
they
like
were comical.
Yeah, no, it was like
I got one of those once, and it was I actually got they had all the Bloody Marys, with the burgers and the wings and all that, but I had a alcoholic coffee drink because I don't like Bloody Marys because it's liquid ketchup. It's disgusting. And it was awesome. It had like donuts all over. It had like Swiss rolls. It was great.
I've been to places where when those were popular where it would take like 2 servers to carry it out.
Yeah.
yeah.
Everybody looks at you. It's like getting fajitas.
And then they have the build your own Bloody Mary bars too, which were popular for a while. I remember going to one in Egan one time, and normally what they do is they bring you a glass, they pour, a little bit of vodka in there for you. But this one in Egan, they just had the vodka bottles sitting there, so you could pour as much vodka in it as you wanted.
Dude, just all vodka.
I was there with an ex, and I remember I was like, slide her the keys. I'll go, you're driving home.
Oh, that's awesome. I wish I liked Bloody Marys because I love everything that comes with it. I want a little beef stick and some cheese.
Gosh, they put everything in those things.
I know. It did. You're right, Josh. It did reach like a boiling point where it's like, okay, there's a Thanksgiving turkey in this Bloody Mary.
Yeah, it got ridiculous. And all of a sudden, it's $90 for a drink.
Exactly.
I'm waiting to see if the text machine takes off after Ashley just said, I'd like a little beef stick and some cheese. Hang on a second. I have the freedom to build my own Bloody Mary?
Yeah.
Outstanding. Make it a Budweiser.
You really could put as much vodka in there as you want?
I don't
They
think
didn't have somebody monitoring?
No, and
Typical
I'm
Egan.
sure that wasn't regulated or was probably against violating some alcohol codes. But that's the only time I've seen it where they allowed you to pour as much vodka in the glass as you wanted.
Did you just get absolutely annihilated?
Oh, Actually, it was like 9:30 in the morning. I was hammered.
Yeah. Awesome.
They've never appealed to me, not even a little bit. Okay,
me
how
neither.
about some further text messages on regular life things that feel like crack, that hit like crack? Wow. I don't know if this is a female or a male listener, but they say, this is the feeling. When I drop off my bastard child at my parents' house for a day or two, knowing I'll finally get some friggin' sleep or the chance to touch myself in peace, for Christ's sake.
Oh, my God.
Now, tell me what this is comparable to. It's certainly not comparable to pleasure. You tell me with this final text. One of our listeners says right here, believing you won $1.3 million at a slot machine at the casino until casino security comes over and tells you the machine isn't working right and you didn't win dick.
Nah. Oh, no. You couldn't get me to leave. I would lose it.
Oh, that'd be heartbreaking.
How do you prove that?
Thought he had $1.3 million in his pocket for 2 minutes, 120 seconds. Is that accurate if I did the correct?
That's right.
Oh, so many
Until
tears.
the security staff came over and said, yeah, the lights weren't supposed to go off. Yeah, there's something wrong with the machine. What does that feel like? I'm trying to come up with,
Somebody's getting punched in the face.
Just
I
like
would be
those,
inconsolable.
those fake lottery tickets. People have experienced those, so maybe it's somewhat similar to that or exactly the same.
We don't often disagree, Josh, but I love the fake lottery ticket bit.
Oh, I think that's so
I
cruel.
hate that.
I saw it happen at the bar once, and I thought it was just the best bit I'd ever seen. Guy's calling his wife over from the other side of the bar. Donna, get over here!
No.
We're rich! Woo!
F you, F you, F you.
God, it was good. It was one of my best pals who got pranked. All right. Stupid.
Hopefully he had a good sense of humor.
No, he was angry.
Yeah, I bet he was.
Yeah, I would be too.
You don't want to get your balls busted, stay home.
I think there's a difference.
Can you hear the lungworm?
Yeah. You
Listen.
don't have much time left.
He's telling me secrets
About me?
about me.
How the hell does he know anything about you?
Well, he's trying to convince me to kiss you. I think he wants to have a lungworm enter me.
Kiss me? I probably shouldn't even be banging you. All right. A Code Brown leads off today's Stupid News Report. Or at least that's the story that was sold. If you're new to all this, a Code Brown is, I think Josh was the first one I heard that slang term from. A Code Brown is a sarcastic police code for someone or another driving like a bat out of hell behind the wheel of their motor vehicle because they got a right now. Code Brown, just in case you're unfamiliar.
Terribly sorry for folks that have to go through something like that. I know, Nick, you had a stretch there where you'd been there many, many times.
There was between the years 1989 and I'm going to say 2007 or 8. Hennepin County leader right here in Code Browns. Luckily, those days are long gone. One of my best friends has taken the title away from me many years ago. Yeah, it's a miserable, miserable thing. So here's the deal. Fittingly, this story comes to us from the anus of America, and you know where I mean. A gal got pulled over by the police. She was driving 136 damned miles per hour. 136, they say. In what is a 60 mile per hour zone ski. So she had her more than doubled up. Once the cops got her pulled off to the side of the road, they asked her, what seems to be the problem? What's the hurry? And she said, my stomach really hurts. When the cop asked her how fast she thought she was going, the gal said, hell, I don't know. She claimed also she had no idea what the speed limit might be in that part of town. And they smooth arrested her. So I don't know if she was telling the truth. Personally, I don't think she really had to cut a turd. I don't think this was a legitimate Code Brown. If she really had to drop a coiler, it would have happened right there and then. God knows that if I had ever been pulled over when I was shooting through town at light speed, searching for a toilet, if I ever would have been pulled over, the cops would have had to stand there on the side of the road and watch me fill my pants like a drooling infant. Some of you know this to be a reality. So I think she was making up her stomach ache just because she's a moron. A true Code Brown is coming out of your body whether you want it or not. Josh, a true Code Brown, it can't be bargained with, it can't be reasoned with, it doesn't feel pity or remorse or fear, and it absolutely will not stop until you are dead.
Well, that sounds like the Terminator right there.
It might be.
Yeah, you're right. If it was that bad, it would have happened as soon as she pulled off.
Right.
Yeah.
The cops involved in this little caper, they posted something on that silly social media. They said, sorry, your stomach hurting is not an excuse to drive 100 miles per hour on our roadways. Don't be a friggin' moron. They said for this gal, hitting extreme speeds on the highway got her a trip to jail, not the lady's crapper. Yeah, I don't think that was legit. Which is unfair to those who actually suffer behind the wheel.
Yeah.
Isn't it, Josh?
I know, I totally agree. Any of those things, you make up you're suffering something or a victim of something, it's not fair to the folks that actually are going through it.
I thought I was the only one, really. Being young and naive, I thought I was the only one who had this stomach issue where... And it wasn't always behind the wheel. Sometimes it was at work. You know, back in the day when I used to work a warehouse gig, bathroom was only, 30 yards away, and I would sometimes almost not make it.
Buzzer beater.
Buzzer beater. I thought I was the only one until one day, I was, 19, 20 years old. I'm driving down the street to go visit my pal, and his mother was taking a walk down the street. So I pulled over to talk to his mother. Hey, how you doing? And she says, well, Donnie's not home right now. but he should be home any minute. Right at that very moment, I see in my rearview mirror Donnie's car. He's coming down the street. I'm still talking to his mother, and I realize, my God, Donnie's really moving down the street like he's cooking in his motor vehicle. Donnie passed us. This is a residential street. Donnie blew by us going about 55, and all we heard out of his window is he went, "Bathroom!" to explain to both of us why he's not stopping to talk to us.
Yeah.
I thought I was the only one who suffered like that, and now, since then, I've learned that there's millions of you out there.
Everybody's got a story or two.
Again, I knock on wood. Is that what you do? Because this is no longer a problem for me, and it hasn't been for many years. I've rounded that corner. Oh, sure. Some of you are probably wondering, where have all the latest airplane ride, full-on adult meltdown stories been lately?
Oh, it has been a minute.
Yeah. I got one right here, douchebags. A grown woman came undone, kicking and screaming and carrying on like a child, because the airplane staff told her to turn down the noises that were coming out of her cellular telephone. She was, watching videos and such before the plane was to take off. It was loud as all hell. They told her to dummy it down. She didn't. So the airplane people said, "Okay, stupid, then you're not going to take this here plane ride with the rest of us. Get out." And that caused the gal to go ape-ass.
I paid money for it, and I played a video for 30 seconds at 50% sound. And that's the reason you kicking me off?
That's her.
Oh, I hate her.
At 50% sound.
She even looked crazy.
What I don't know what was I just going to say. There was a word I was going to say and I lost it. Oh yeah, cussing and swearing. That's what I meant to say. She was cussing and swearing and carrying on.
50% sound is still sound. Turn it off.
True.
Other folks on the plane said this gal was hammered. She continued to curse everybody out. She dared them to call the cops. Yeah. This gal keeps up with the latest hip things to say out loud. You know, the trendy little phrases that people pick up on for 2 weeks and then they move on to the next. She keeps up with it. I know this because at one point or another, she shouted, "What the actual F?" So she's hip. Josh, she did the America bit, which is an all-timer, of course. She did the America bit when they were going to arrest her and throw her off the plane. She was wondering, am I or am I not in America?
Oh, this is America.
That's a good one. What else did she cover?
Yeah, she was playing the hits, wasn't she?
Yeah. Oh, another common bit kicked in, but this is a good one, and it never gets old. When security folks finally threw her big ass off the airplane, the rest of the passengers busted out into a round of applause.
I love that.
I'm sorry, I thought this was America. It says here on airplanes these days, if you want to watch funny cat videos or whatever on your phone, you got to have headphones or they'll stomp a mud hole in your ass and walk it dry.
I love when they say, "I paid money to be on this flight." Yeah, and so did everybody else. And they don't want to hear your obnoxious videos.
It is weird they never consider that.
Yeah.
I mean, that just shows how selfish they are.
Right.
So
As if by buying a ticket, they assume they get like a private plane where they can just do whatever they want.
Looks like a guy Cubby and I know who honestly and legitimately believes that the Vikings owe him a Super Bowl over the money that he spent on tickets over the years. They owe it to him.
He did say he invested a lot in the team over the years.
Invested.
That's ridiculous.
All right.
Not just monetarily, emotionally.
So there you go. If you've been waiting on an airplane meltdown, there, we got one out of the way. I'm sure there's more to come. Oh, Christ, this can happen, too. A couple of teenage kids in New Zealand. Jesus. They accidentally donated some dope and some cash to their local Goodwill type of a joint.
I bet that's a terrible feeling once you realize it.
Yeah.
They had a pile of ganj and some monies in some type of a knapsack, and they accidentally left it in or on the donation area of the Goodwill in their neighborhood.
Oh, I'd hate myself so much.
Just go and buy it back.
They put it out on the floor. They don't even check the bag. They're all right.
I actually had to do that once. My ex, I had this cookie jar that I just loved. It was this big obnoxious frog, and I thought it was just the funniest, coolest thing ever. And we were moving, and we moved in the new place. I said, "Where's Mr. Frogston?" And she's like, "Oh, I donated it." I go, "Where?" She goes, "The St. Louis Park Goodwill." And I just grabbed my keys and I went and bought it off the floor.
Did he miss you?
Yeah, and I still have him. He's still in my kitchen to this day.
F me running. We did the same thing with a dog. It's a long story. That's a long story, but yeah. I mean, I'm talking about a real live dog. Yeah. Mr. Frogston was gone. You wanted him back. You went right to the Goodwill. What did he cost the second time around?
I think the price tag's still on there. I think it was $7.99.
Woo-wee!
And I brought it to the register, and the lady goes, "Oh, this is so cute. This is fun. This is a cool cookie jar." I go, "Yeah, I know. It's mine." She goes, "Yeah, I know. You're buying it." I'm like, "No, it was mine. It was donated. I'm buying it back."
Be kind of fun if you guys got into a war, you and your ex, and she donated again, just to see how many times you go back there and buy
She
it.
breaks into my house now and steals it to go donate it.
You did a lot of good. A lot of money went to charity because of you, Dana.
Exactly.
Did you say cookie jar?
Yeah.
I wonder if you know this. How long have we been co-workers? Not friends, but co-workers.
5 years as of yesterday.
Did you know that I own a Stone Cold Steve Austin cookie jar?
Dude, that's awesome.
I think we're going to do some trading.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'll trade you for Mr. Frogston.
Oh, I don't want Mr. Frogston.
What are you after?
We'll find out. 'Cause
Okay.
You got a lot of wacky stuff in your place.
I do.
Let's put on an episode of, what do they call that show? Pawn Mania. Or
Pawn
whatever.
Stars.
Yeah. All right. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, the kids. Kids in New Zealand accidentally dropped some dope and cash in a bag. They dropped it off at the Goodwill joint. This is funny right here. A volunteer at the Goodwill noticed a strong smell coming from that bag. They said, this must have been some good stuff. They said it smelled like the time they took a ride on Seven Dust's tour bus. The volunteer character cracked open the knapsack, saw the geef and the cash, and there was a decent amount of both, $2,200, from what I understand, and a fat pile of that jazz lettuce.
Whoa.
Next thing you know, the two teenage kids come running like the wind back into the shop. Once they realized what they had done, they wanted that damn knapsack returned to them. Some snitch called the Kiwi police, and the kids got pinched. That's a tough break.
Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah, I got a Stone Cold Steve Austin cookie jar. He's wearing the black leather vest. And I think it reminds you to eat a cookie every day at 3:16. I'm not positive, but
That's cute.
That's funny. Just out of nowhere, it talks to you.
We're coming up on 316 Day in just 5 days from now.
Good math, brah.
Thank you. Yeah, so I took 11, and I added 5, and that made 16, and I was correct.
Yeah, you lost me a little bit, but I figured that you probably did it right.
Didn't need a calculator or nothing.
let's turn to politics real quick. I mean, you know, with the political climate here in America so stable, it's almost boring.
Yeah.
We got to throw something in to spice things up. So let's turn to politics. I missed this gimmick. Did you ever hear about the guy who legally changed his name to literally anybody else and then ran for president in the year of 20 and 24?
No,
I didn't catch this.
me either. I have no idea who this is.
Should have looked at
It's
that.
literally anyone else.
I should have looked at that ballot when I was looked at that ballot a little closer. In 20 and 24, maybe there's some of you who remember. He ran for president, and his name on the ballot was literally anybody else, and that is his legal name. He didn't get much traction, I guess, that time around in the presidential run. So now he's going after the next best thing. He's looking literally anybody else. He's looking to become the mayor of a town called North Richland Hills, Texas. Literally is 37 years old. He says he's ready to be mayor. And he'll be challenging the current mayor, a feller called Jack McCarthy, come the May 2nd general election down there in Texas. This guy's funny, right?
Yeah, I think the problem is it's when you hear that, you're like, oh, it's kind of funny. He's probably insane. I think I'm going to vote for the other guy. That's about it.
Yeah.
It's just kind of a...
You think he's nuts?
You get it over with pretty quick there.
I mean, it's obviously just a stupid joke, but if it pisses off all the overbearing hard-ons that make their political views their entire identity, then I'm all for it. All for it.
Similar to the giant asteroid bumper sticker you'd see every once in a while. They were hoping for that.
Oh,
versus
sure.
all the political fallout.
Tell me about the giant asteroid bumper sticker.
Same type of thing, where that was the giant asteroid. They're hoping for that.
Oh, let's hope the asteroid hits us before the next election?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that one. Literally, remember, that's his legal first name now. Literally was born with the name of Dustin. He says his friends still call him Dusty or Dustbuster or Dust-a-Move.
Oh, I bet this guy's
Or
really annoying to
Dustin's
be around.
a pretty cool name.
Fred Dust. Some of his friends call him Duster Cherry or Crusty Dusty. Some of them call him MC Dusto or Dusty the Clown. He's cool with all that. He says someday he plans to change his name back to Dustin. But until then, his name is literally anybody else.
Nobody's going to check that box, right?
Well, his drinking pals will.
I mean,
the guys who call him
go
Dusty.
to the polls. They're going to go make that effort, go there, and they're going to check that box.
Don't you think so? I mean, if you did that, I would vote for you
Yeah, it'd
because
be
I'm
like
your
2-3 people.
Yeah, it'd all be like 9, 10 of his drinking buddies. That's kind of cute. All right, do we have time for this final? Here's the biggest waste of hard-earned money you'll hear of all day long. Just take a fistful of cash and set it on fire, by God. I'm curious how many people will even understand what I'm talking about, but I'm going to go ahead anyway. A mechanical rhino that pooped out Jim Carrey
What?
in the Ace Ventura Pet Detective sequel. Again, I don't know how many people are still with me.
Oh, I'm with you.
That's a pretty popular scene, or well-known scene.
Oh, is it?
I've been following this story for days now.
Never saw it.
You haven't?
No.
Oh, I thought you really liked the first one.
I did. A mechanical rhino that pooped out Jim Carrey in the Ace Ventura Pet Detective sequel is going up for auction. The movie was called When Nature Calls from the year of 1995. In the movie, Ace Ventura crawls up a fake rhino's ass because he's an undercover pet detective, and then later he comes spraying out of the ass of the fake rhinoceros. Do I have that correct?
You do.
I sure
The cooling system, the AC inside that fake rhino broke, so he was so hot, and he had to get out. The door was jammed, so he just had to go out the back door, and couple families that were there on safari were very terrified.
Yeah, that's a memorable scene, to say the least.
It's up for auction, Cubby.
I see the bid right now is $20,000, the highest
Dang.
bid.
Good Lord.
They originally said it was going between $4,000 and $8,000, so I think that with the amount of attention it's gotten, attention, not tension.
A little both.
Yeah, it's skyrocketed.
Yeah, it started at a $2,000 bid, so I mean, already you're cranking a lot of money for a very quick joke.
I'm not looking to bone Dana out of anything. But do you think they'd take a Stone Cold Steve Austin cookie jar and trade? Straight up trade?
Straight up.
Folks in the movie business call the scene I just described to you, they call it the butt birth scene. You guys mentioned some of the bids already. It's 10 foot long. It's a huge friggin' prop. I don't know where you put this damn thing. They do note that the butthole of the fake rhinoceros has been restored.
Oh,
So
there's
Good.
surgeries for that.
So you could do it yourself if you want to.
You can recreate it.
They've repainted the spokes. The butthole is intact, and it's in better shape than ever. Did you mention this, Josh? It's expected to sell for $8,000.
Well, yeah, the current bid is $20,000 though.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that. $20,000.
Yep.
Well, maybe I missed.
Current highest bid.
Maybe it was expected to sell for $80,000 and I missed.
No, you're right. It was going to go between 4 and 8.
Mm-hmm. Could you imagine coming to like a birthday party and instead of jumping out of a cake or something, that's how you make your grand entrance?
If they could do it as well as Jim Carrey did.
He's so funny.
That'd be awesome.
He nailed that scene.
I could never bid on this item. I could never because I don't want. I mean, Josh, what would you think if you walked into my house and you know that this would be the second fake butthole I have under the roof of my house?
Yeah, how do you choose a favorite, I guess?
The first one is that Belladonna toy that I have in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I'm kidding, of course.
Sports on the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
The pre-sub out of the box. Marcelino, it's behind the goalie and it's in. Hartman tucks it home, and Vemelka cracks his stick in anger. So Utah doesn't score on the power play. Minnesota at even strength make it 5-0 Wild.
5-0. I'm just impressed. I'm just impressed that Chris Lindahl was on the telephone with a guy named Edwin. That just makes me feel.
That's a cool name.
Yeah, to know that there's still an Edwin or two in town just kind of makes me feel comfortable. Makes me feel good. Did you catch that part of the ad?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't believe I've ever met an Edwin. Sounds like something you'd see in Lord of the Rings, a character in Lord of the Rings.
Whoever you are, bruh, walk proud. The Pigs shut out Utah last night. I believe, I looked at the box score. I believe this was a legitimate 5-0 final.
Yeah, that was the last goal right there, and it had the goalie in it.
Meaning all goals were scored with a live human being between the pipes. Something else I can feel good about this morning. They shut out Utah. The Russian kid this. The new guys did that. We'll get into the details here shortly when Randy Shaver shows up. Wolves got beat. I was happy to miss that one. Something incredible happened in the National Basketball Association last night. A player scored 83 points.
Wow.
Not somebody you'd expect either.
What?
He's a very good player. Bam Adebayo from the Miami Heat. Terrific.
His name's Bam?
Bam.
That is so cool.
Terrific player. He's a guy who plays on the Olympic teams with what's his nuts here in town all the time, Anthony Edwards. Who would have guessed he'd score 83? We'll tell you more about that. Before we go, because we got to cut over to Cubby here in a minute. Before we go, in the stupid news, we had a story about a guy who legally changed his name to literally anyone else. And then he ran for president in 20 and 24. Most of us didn't even notice, but that's his gimmick, right? Josh mentioned there was a bumper sticker going around town with a giant asteroid on it, maybe during the last election, maybe the one before that, or before, I don't know when it was, but there was a giant asteroid on a bumper sticker, and people were willing to vote for the asteroid as opposed to whatever choices we had at the time. I missed this one. Randingo Jesus texted in, and I know what you're saying. Again with the politics? Randingo Jesus texted in to say the best bumper sticker he's ever seen was during the 20 and 24 election, and it said in all caps, it said, poo-poo, pee-pee, 2024 election. Josh is coming up next.
Half-Assed Morning Show. 93X.
Well, hello to all the wonderful podcasters out there, wherever in the world you're listening right now. We truly appreciate it. Dana here. Yeah, I'm a sports junkie, I'm a wing lover, and of course a smart club member because I trust my home comfort to standard heating and air conditioning, and I really think you should too. Right now it's HVAC Mania, and these deals will help offset the cost when your brackets get busted. You can score a $45 coupon on a furnace tune-up, normally $148. And no, it's never too late to show your furnace some love. And if your system's about to crash out like a 5-seat against a 12, now's the time to replace it on your schedule with 0% financing from Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Go to standardheating.com and mention 93X. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.
Years of hard work, and now you've got pain in your back, your shoulders, your knees, maybe your joints. You need help. Randy Shaver here with the answer. Dave Bialke. He's got over 30 years experience in getting workers' compensation benefits for people just like you. Don't suffer. Call Bialke Law today. 763-571-2410 or go to bialkelaw.com. That's BIALKE law.com. And it spells relief for you.
You didn't start a business just to keep the lights on. You're here to sell more today than yesterday. You're here to win. Lucky for you, Shopify built the best converting checkout on the planet. Like the just one tapping, ridiculously fast acting, sky-high sales stacking, champion of checkouts. That's the good stuff right there. So if your business is in it to win it, win with Shopify. Start your free trial today at shopify.com/win.
Sometimes when I blow my nose, I get a boner. I don't know why. It just happens.
Half-assed morning show.
Don't run this got on video. Oh,
a real cop. What cop uses that car?
For real.
A Florida man was arrested last week after deciding to dabble in some do-it-yourself law enforcement and pull over a driver. The encounter began when an 18-year-old was driving and noticed an SUV stopped in the road blocking traffic. He drove around that SUV and continued on, but the SUV's driver pulled up behind him and activated blue flashing lights. Moments later, a 59-year-old man pulled up alongside the victim's car on the driver's side. Video of the interaction shows the victim was suspicious of the SUV. It didn't look like a cop car to him. He rolled down his window and asked the man for his credentials. The man held up a badge while both vehicles were still moving. The passenger filmed, and as you'll hear in this clip, for reasons unknown, laughed like a madman.
What cop uses that car? Let me see your badge.
That is so scary. I don't like that.
That was the good guy or the bad guy?
The good guy in that situation.
Nah,
so
I don't like that.
He saw the fake badge, and it was so terrible that he...
It was more the car. The badge they couldn't tell.
Oh.
But it was like a 2003 Trailblazer.
Oh.
And they thought, well, that's not standard issue.
No.
Why did he laugh that way?
I don't know.
He just wanted to embarrass the guy.
The victim then pulled into a nearby parking lot. There, the man claimed to be a police officer and asked for the victim's driver's license and registration. That's just like you see in the movies.
Word.
Which is all the training he's had. The interaction soon turned tense, with the man beginning to argue with the victim about his driving.
He still wanted to push it.
He tried. During the argument, the victim noticed what looked like an undercover police car in the parking lot and told the man he wanted another officer present. At that point, the man wrapped up the roadside routine, walked back to his 2003 Chevy Trailblazer, not exactly known for being a cop car, and then drove away. Deputies later located that man, who told them he works as a contract investigator for the Department of Defense and a retired police officer from Puerto Rico. He's a liar. Cops weren't buying any of it. They arrested him and charged him with impersonating a police officer and false imprisonment.
He's a 59-year-old man.
Yes.
And he pushed this gimmick on these two teenage kids as far as he could push it.
Even when they made it clear they weren't buying it.
He's lucky he didn't get his gut stomped up.
Yeah, they should have beat his ass.
Also in Florida, a St. Petersburg man was arrested Tuesday after deputies said he shined a laser at a helicopter. Last Tuesday, I should say. It wasn't a kid doing stupid, spur-of-the-moment stuff kids specialize in. It was a guy old enough to have an enlarged prostate, a diet rich in prunes, and a Medicare card. A 71-year-old named James Mock. 71.
Running around town with his little laser pointer. Yeah.
Somebody get these guys a cat. Why does this keep happening? Police say the sheriff's office helicopter was flying when the deputies in the cockpit were struck by a green laser beam. Flight deputies found the person responsible and maintained a visual on him while patrol deputies were dispatched to his address.
Last time I pointed a laser pointer, Josh, at anything other than a cat, I pointed it at Dean Malenko at a 1997 WCW house show.
I was going to guess it was a Monday Night Nitro or something because, man, there was a stretch there where any time a wrestler was in the ring cutting a promo, just had laser pointers all over him.
It seemed like any event you went to for a while, those laser pointers were out and about.
Now, let me tell you something, Dana. The man of 1,000 holds, Dean Malenko, did not want my laser pointer in his eye as he was trying to handle his business with Buff Bagwell.
Per Florida state statute, shining, pointing, or focusing the beam of a laser lighting device at a person operating a motor vehicle, vessel, or aircraft is a third-degree felony. You can practically hear the Bad Boys theme playing in the background of those first two stories. They sound like they could have been ripped straight from an episode of Cops, and fittingly, on this day 37 years ago in 1989, Cops debuted on Fox.
You never missed an episode.
I watched as many as I could.
So good.
A woman deemed by an airline too intoxicated to fly was arrested at an airport in Connecticut. The 44-year-old Kristen Powers was arrested and charged with disorderly conduct and criminal trespassing Sunday about 4:50 p.m. after police responded to a call about multiple intoxicated people inside the terminal. When officers arrived, the group dispersed, but Powers wanted to stick around. She was advised multiple times the airline wasn't allowing her to fly because she was too wasted. Even so, she refused to leave despite being instructed to do so over and over again. She was belligerent and argumentative, so officers arranged a ride for her. However, Powers didn't want to leave the party. Officers were soon called back to the terminal because of her behavior. They continued trying to de-escalate the situation and convince her to leave, but she was defiant.
Yeah, when you hit a certain mark, you're buzzed up enough. Yeah, you don't want the fun to end.
No, you want that party to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
She told officers, all right, just arrest me. Place me under arrest. So they did. Sometimes the customer is right, and her suggestion was the right one.
Thanks for making it easier.
Powers was charged with disorderly conduct and first-degree criminal trespassing. After a few relatively quiet years, the catalytic converter crowd appears to be clocking back in.
Is that right?
I thought we were done with that.
No,
I thought maybe they'd finally let it go.
It's coming back.
Okay.
In Berkeley, California, a string of catalytic converter thefts kicked off the new year. St. Paul has also seen a similar pattern tiptoeing back into the police blotter over the past few months.
What a tired bit.
Not long ago, the numbers were moving in the opposite direction. In 2023, State Farm reported claims for catalytic converter theft had dropped dramatically from their 2022 peak. That banner year for buttholes stealing converters produced 45,000 insurance claims for the missing part. 2 years later, it dwindled to only about 7,600. Now, though, the conditions are shifting again, and it's making this type of crime more appealing. The metals used inside catalytic converters are becoming more valuable. By the end of last month, the price had surged to more than $12,000 per ounce, which is a sort of number that makes thieves feel compelled to crawl under a stranger's sedan again.
Please don't.
During the height of the catalytic converter theft problem, Toyota Priuses were number one. Their catalytic converters contain larger amounts of precious metals, which is why they were a target, and were often less worn down than those found in other vehicles.
What the hell is this? It's my car. It's a Prius. I feel like we're literally driving around in a vagina. Prius, huh? Yep.
Good mileage?
Oh, outstanding.
Yeah. Did this come with a dental dam?
Vehicles with higher ground clearance were also frequent targets. Pickup trucks, for example, gave thieves easier access to the catalytic converters under the vehicles. Some midsize sedans also commonly hit. The Honda Accord, with its moderate ground clearance and high-value converter, continued to rank among the vehicles thieves went after most. Drivers concerned about catalytic converter thefts have a few options, police say. Installing a protective shield over the converter can make it harder to remove quickly. Parking in a secure, well-lit area or inside a garage can also help discourage thieves.
That sucks. Like I said, it's a tired bit. If you want to steal something, I bet there's plenty of people out there who have a car or a boat that they can't get rid of. Just go ahead and steal that.
There were times where my car was in such bad shape that I left it unlocked with the key in it.
Oh, I know a couple guys who left their tired motor vehicles in spots praying it would get stolen because they just couldn't get rid of the pig. That's what we need you idiots to do.
The Minnesota Department of Driver and Vehicle Services is updating the music you hear when placed on hold, and they're letting the public finally wield some real power, the power of picking the hold music.
Who is this?
This is the DVS.
DVS.
You can now fulfill that lifelong dream you didn't know you had, becoming the DJ of the Department of Driver and Vehicle Services phone line, because nothing says civic engagement quite like selecting the soundtrack for someone waiting to renew their tabs. Driver and Vehicle Services rolled out 4 options for your careful consideration. Here are a few of the contenders to choose from. Huh? That's called
pretty nice.
Like modern day radio stations, they can't use licensed music.
Oh, I can't imagine they'd be able to do that.
Okay, I was expecting to hear like Wham and Hall & Oates and things. So
no,
I did like that. There was a nice little number you played there.
Yeah, that would keep you calm. My Time to Fly is that. That one's named My Time to Fly.
Cool title.
Everywhere the Sun Shines is the name of this catchy SOB.
Oh, this is better.
That's a little much for me.
Really? Oh, I like that. That's my winner so far.
My personal favorite.
Just call Chris Lindahl. He'll buy your house today. He'll help you get a fresh start right away. Just call
I wouldn't want them to pick up the phone. I want to
Why?
keep listening to that one. Don't list, call Chris. That's a hit right there.
You love that sumbitch.
Beautiful.
To sample the selections and savor the sick beats, you can head over tonight. Well, I did send this to you, didn't I, Ashley?
I don't.
She doesn't even know.
I don't think so.
I might have forgot to send it to you. Son of a gun.
Awkward.
Stupid. Well, eventually, head over to 93x.com for instructions on how to cast your vote. I will remedy that. Just hold.
That's kind of cute.
Just call Chris
Hold, please, if you
Lindahl.
would.
He'll buy your house.
I will get that up there.
That's a cute bit.
I agree. That's cool they're doing that. As of January, the full 11-season sci-fi series of The X-Files is available to stream for free on Pluto TV.
Oh, yeah?
Which means believers everywhere can search for the truth alongside their favorite FBI duo of Fox Mulder and Dana Scully.
That was a long-running television show. Did they ever discover the truth by the ass end of that program?
I don't fully remember.
You were all over that.
Yeah, it was for a while. It was my favorite
If
show.
you weren't watching Cops, you were watching whatever that show is called.
I really enjoyed it. To mark that occasion, Pluto TV is introducing the Fan Is Out There experience, a special opportunity for one lucky X-File and their chosen partner to stream the series from an undisclosed bunker.
That sounds pretty cool.
The experience centers on a 9-day stay at a secret location in the Joshua Tree Desert designed for the ultimate binge-watching marathon, they said. It includes all 218 episodes of the series along with themed provisions and interactive activities. The setting only adds to the atmosphere, surrounded by nothing but the rocky Joshua Tree Desert, a place where unexplained phenomena has been reported for decades. The winner and their guest will also have a chance to step away from modern society and settle into total immersion with minimal distractions, they said.
I'll be damned. Now, knowing you as long as I have, as far as current programming goes, I would recommend that you see Landman.
I watch it religiously.
Another show you were wild about for a while, there was Cops. There was, what was the name of the show you were just telling us about?
The X-Files.
You also couldn't get enough of the number 24 for a while, could you, Josh?
Oh, 24?
You
Excellent.
love to watch number 24.
I didn't finish all the seasons after a while.
We had a teacher that would turn that on during math class for us. It was very strange.
Oh,
I
really?
couldn't figure out why.
Oh, I thought everything was cool.
He's just catching up on episodes,
Honestly,
actually.
I was pretty psyched about it, but I couldn't really figure out why we were watching it.
Although there are times I forgot the format, where each episode is an hour in the day.
Yeah.
And then you realize, what a ridiculous day this would be for any one person.
And he never takes a bathroom break. It always got to bother me.
Oh.
Really?
No, I don't remember going to the bathroom.
You want to watch Kiefer Sutherland pee?
Well, if we're making it realistic, a guy's going to have to go to the bathroom eventually.
Dana, get in line. Did I send this to you, Ashley?
Uh-oh.
Let's see.
Son of a gun. Maybe I
You
didn't.
two don't make a very good team.
Yeah. I'm usually more attuned to this. Supposedly, my plan was to get this on 93x.com if you wanted to enter.
You also watched a lot of Game of Thrones for a while.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
I remember when you wanted to legally change your name to Lord Hothington of Josh Manor or something like that.
I liked that time. I liked that, Josh.
Yeah, that's where I developed Beardsley.
You were talking weird for a little bit.
Star Trek?
My beard, sure. Enjoyed many of the Star Trek series. Haven't watched all of them. I named my son Joffrey, of one of the most beloved characters of Game of Thrones.
Very loved.
Now streaming, Nicole Kidman and Jamie Lee Hubba Curtis in Scarpetta, the new Prime Video series.
But Kidman did not get a hubba.
I think her plastic surgeon owes her an apology.
Oh, my God.
Really?
I'm just saying. The new Prime Video thriller's about a brilliant forensic pathologist named Dr. Kay Scarpetta. And you know what? She gets all the hubbas. Jamie Lee Curtis probably doesn't get as many, especially around Nicole Kidman.
I ain't mad at you.
She uses forensic technology to catch a serial killer connected to one of her earlier cases. On Hulu, the comedic drama starring Will Forte called Sunny Nights, where a couple open a spray tan company in Australia and inadvertently get mixed up in Sydney's criminal underworld. And on Disney Plus, the streaming premiere of Zootopia 2.
I liked the first Zootopia. I own it on DVD for some reason. and it's very good.
Popular movies, that's for sure.
Cute.
Johnny Knoxville 55 today, and that's 93X News.
Randy Shaver.
On the Half-Assed Morning Show.
83 points, the second highest scoring game in NBA history. He will come out of the game and hear it from the crowd, and we feel you at home.
Test his urine.
Think they'd do something like that?
Right, Randy Shaver?
That's happened before.
It's shocking.
Maybe even his semen.
Truly shocking. Truly shocking.
Bam Adebayo of the Miami Heat scored 83 points last night in a National Basketball Association game between his club, the Heat, and the Washington Wizards. That's the second most points scored in a single NBA game. Of course, the record was who, Randy Shaver?
The record's Wilt.
Who scored 100 points in 1962. Bam Adebayo, great player, great at what he does. He's an Olympian and everything.
I would not have put him on the top of the list of a player that could set the modern record. I guess I put Wilt in a different category. But to pass Kobe Bryant, he just is not that kind of an offensive player. He's good.
Right.
But he's not LeBron. He's not Luka. You just wouldn't think of him. He's not Shea Gillis. You wouldn't think of him.
Thank God.
As Anthony Edwards, as a guy who could put up 83 points.
No.
But when you shoot 43 free throws,
or
whatever he shot last night.
What was it?
It's a record.
43.
It's a single game NBA record.
Yeah.
For free throws shot and free throws made. I think he made 36 last night.
Did Bam Adebayo finally prove my point about today's NBA officials?
Well, there was a lot of shady stuff going on in the fourth quarter last night that I was reading this morning, where Miami was fouling Washington's players on purpose to stop the clock to allow him a chance to get the ball back.
Right.
And Washington was trying really hard for him not to break the record.
Yeah.
They didn't want to be that team. Or I shouldn't say break the record. He didn't break the record. He finished second overall. But
right.
Still, it's an amazing accomplishment, even in today's NBA, just for the sheer volume of shots put up.
Right.
Is amazing.
He put up 43 shots from the field, same number of free throws he chucked up at the basket. 22 three-pointers were attempted by Bam Adebayo. He only hit 7 of those. 83 points. So this is how it broke down. 31 points in the first quarter. 43 by halftime, 62 by the end of the third period, and 83 at the final horn.
And I think he's the first player, correct me if I'm wrong, that scored this many points shooting under 50%.
Your guess is as good as mine there.
Okay.
Kobe Bryant, you mentioned, scored 81 in 2006.
Right.
So he topped Kobe. When you look at the all-time list for single-game scoring leaders, Wilt Chamberlain is all over it. He had 5 games with 5 times he put up 70 to 79 points.
Wow.
20.
Which is why, Nick, when we talked about Shea Gillis the other day breaking or tying his record, it was just a different time. Wilt was so dominant. There was no other big guy. And Wilt wasn't a great shooter at all. He was, in fact, he was a terrible foul shooter. Yeah, he didn't need to be. He was a terrible foul shooter. He did not shoot jump shots very often. It was more offensive rebounds and putbacks and play in the post. So, I mean, he was such a dominant player for his time. It's not surprising the numbers that he put up.
Dude, this is great. Bug Eye Wagon Jesus. You know, I didn't see last night's game. it probably wasn't even on television, right? Miami against Washington. I don't
think so. No.
I know that the NBA had this quadruple header last night with the Wolves starting around midnight, but so I didn't see any of even the highlights of the Bam Adebayo show last night. But this is very interesting. Bug-Eye Wagon Jesus texted in to say Bam scored 83 points and didn't even get a double-double.
That's true. No, that's true.
All he did was pour the basketball through the hoop. He rebounds? Nah. Wow. I mean, it's historic stuff. Prior to last night's game, Bam Adebayo's career high in an NBA game was 41 points.
And also, this season, he averaged just under 5 free throw shots per game.
Jeez.
Just under 5.
Come on.
Last night, he had 43
That's
free
silly.
throws. I know.
That is insane. I did not know that number either. That is friggin' insane. Retired Air Force
crazy.
Jesus has a good question for us. Did we check the papers? Did we look at the details? Are we sure that they did not play the Washington Generals?
Yeah, I know. Exactly. I thought the same thing. Yeah.
I was curious, so I looked up Kobe Bryant's box score from when he scored 81.
Yeah.
He only had 26 points at halftime. So, I mean, obviously that's a good amount, but not you're thinking the guy's going to go for a record. Then he had 27 in the third and 28 in the fourth. Overall, he attempted 19 free throws.
Against the Toronto Raptors, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
I remember that night. So, I mean, hell, there have been 11 games this season in which a team failed to score at least 83 points.
Yeah.
Let's try this on you, Randy Shaver. Congratulations to Bam Adebayo. I mean, he seems like a real, a nice kid.
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, though, just so unlikely a player to do this, which makes it kind of special.
I was curious how he got the nickname Bam, so I looked that up this morning, and he got it because when he was a toddler, he flipped over a coffee table.
Is that right?
Yeah, so they started calling him Bam like Bam Bam from the Flintstones.
That's impressive.
Didn't Tubby Smith get his nickname because when he was a baby, every time they took him out of the tub, he would scream and kick until they put him back into the tub?
Yeah, he loved taking baths.
Loved taking a bath. Wow, it's like we have Mike Fratello and who
the
are
czar?
Yeah, the czar of the telestrator, Mike Fratello, and Marv Albert listening to our program this morning because we're getting all these great NBA stats texted our way. Wilt Chamberlain, when he played at 7'2", when Wilt Chamberlain played, the next tallest player in the NBA at the time was 6'9".
Well, probably Bill Russell during the early part of Wilt's career.
Oh, wait a minute. That can't be legit. Is it, Chris, our listener? Because, yeah, Bill Russell was around the same size as Wilt.
No, he was not.
He wasn't 7 foot tall, Bill Russell?
I don't think so.
He sure looked 7 foot tall when he was in studio, didn't he, Josh?
He did to me, but
I don't think so.
Guy.
I think he was 6'10".
Then I'm going to take your text, Chris, and I'm going to take it as gospel. Thanks for all the inside info. That's hilarious.
6'10". You nailed it.
He was 6'10". Listeners are texting in. It's kind of like when Corey Brewer scored 51.
Exactly.
When Mo Willem scored 52.
Yeah.
Also for the Timberwolves, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't Mo playing for the Timberwolves?
Yeah.
When he scored 52?
So, yeah.
Did Tony Delk have a 50-point game?
Yeah. Tony friggin' Delk. Kentucky.
53-point game.
Yeah. That guy was oh, God. Kentucky, guys who played at Kentucky, I have a hard time liking them when they enter the NBA.
I understand that.
All right, let's try this on you, Randy Shaver.
Yeah.
Celebrating Bam Adebayo's 83-point night last night. 11 different players in NBA history have scored at least 70 in a game. How many of those 11 players do you think you could name scored at least 70 points in one NBA game?
Well, Will Chamberlain's got to be in there.
He did it 6 times, as we mentioned a minute ago, 6 times.
I would say probably Kobe, obviously.
Yeah.
How about Luka?
Yes, Baby Nuts has scored.
Probably with Dallas, right?
70 in a game. I don't have which club he was playing for, but that sounds right to me. I'll give you some hints from now on.
Okay, give me a hint.
Da Spider.
Oh, Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell, current player for the Cleveland
Yes.
Cavaliers. Milwaukee, Portland, back to Portland.
Damian Lillard. Oh, I thought of another one.
Yes.
My guy, Elgin Baylor.
That's right.
Lakers.
My wife's nickname for him is Puss Face.
Joel Embiid.
No, but Joel Embiid is one of the correct. Yeah. Joel Embiid, slug that he is, has scored 70 points. This player, my wife nicknamed him Puss Face. 2 hints. He tried to break Chris Finch's leg, and he's currently nailing one of the Kardashian girls, I think.
Devin Booker?
Devin Booker.
Oh. Wow.
Whenever we play the Suns, my wife says, "Oh, great, Puss Face." You're only missing 2 players. One of them had muscles on his muscles.
The Admiral.
David Robinson, the Admiral.
Yeah.
He even had defined muscles covering his ankles somehow.
Yes.
He was the most muscular human being. I've been to a lot of WWE shows. David Robinson is still the most muscular person I've ever seen in person.
It's true.
And I'm going to tell you the last one.
Yes.
Because he's one of my favorite players.
I knew you'd get it.
Growing up in the ABA, he was unbelievable scorer, and then when they transitioned to the NBA, David Thompson. David Thompson was one of the most electric basketball players I've ever seen. He was amazing.
I knew you would get that one because you have told me many times your
David
love
Thompson, unbelievable.
Willie Burton scored 50 points in a game with Miami. I forgot about that.
Did he really?
Yeah. What were you saying, Cubby?
Didn't Derrick Rose have the night with the Wolves?
I was at that game.
That's
yes. Yeah, 55 or something.
Yeah.
I'm looking up pictures of David Robinson, and he looks like AI created it.
Seriously.
He looks like Man-at-Arms from He-Man.
It's the definition of broad shoulders.
It just doesn't look real.
And he still does.
Boy, you're not... I mean, this is crazy.
There are ripples on his arms that don't exist on anyone else.
His muscles have additional muscles on top of them.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like. It's weird.
He was straighter than a Grizzlies D.
Right.
Never drank, never smoked, never swore, never ate at McDonald's. He was...
Even his head is muscular.
He was a service guy.
Yeah.
He was the Admiral.
It's crazy that him and Duncan overlap. 2 of just the most straight-laced kind of, I mean, not as an insult, but just boring dudes. They weren't interesting. You know, they didn't have big personalities. They just came to work and did their job and were very good at it.
So here's some other things searched with David Robinson. Dream Team, Admiral, basketball, muscle, and then Space Jam. People search for his muscles.
Yeah. Did he make an appearance in Space Jam?
I never saw Space Jam.
Never saw it.
Yeah, I believe he did. He was one of them in there.
You know, back to that Dream Team, I remember hearing stories about how 8 o'clock every night, David Robinson was in bed with the lights off, just his hands folded in his chest, you know, just serene life. He didn't want to go out and get pictures taken. He didn't want to meet Suzanne Summers or whoever with I don't know.
Meanwhile, at 8 o'clock, Larry Bird was on beer like 9 of 43.
I have no idea why Suzanne Summers was the first name to come. But
One of the great conspiracy theories is how Tim Duncan ended up with the Admiral.
Yep.
Right.
They got that number 1 pick.
Friggin' scam. I was happy to miss the Wolves game last night. They didn't start till
anything.
Yeah, they didn't start till after I was already in bed. They lost by 14 to the miserable Los Angeles Lakers.
Terrible third quarter.
Reading the stat line, it doesn't look like anyone on the Wolves roster had a particularly good night.
No.
Well, they probably had a good night the night before out in L.A. Maybe that's why they were.
I mean, look at Anthony Edwards' line. 2 for 15 from the field, 1 for 10 from the three-point line.
Jesus.
I'd be on a night from day one.
On a night like that, when Ant's shooting that poorly, then you want to see the rebounds and the assists, the steals and the blocks, you know, those numbers be higher because he's not helping them offensively by shooting the ball, at least help them with other things, and that didn't happen last night either. So
they're at the LA Clippers tonight. Again, Mike Fratello, Marv Albert, and one of the Van Gundy brothers are listening to today's show. Because I had no idea we had these NBA gurus in our listening audience. David Robinson, back to David Robinson, had the most recent quadruple double in the NBA, and that was back in 1994.
Wow.
A quadruple double.
That include blocks or steals?
He didn't
Probably
put the
blocks, right?
I would go with
bet
blocks.
it's blocks.
Yeah,
Yep.
I don't think Dave picked too many point guards' pockets that night.
February 17th, 1994, he had 34 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, 10 blocks, and a win against the Pistons.
Wow.
The friggin' Pist.
Yeah, he filled it in that night.
All right. The girls' state high school basketball tournament starts today. I think I'm correct about that.
Yep.
Okay? Everybody's playing up and down. Some of them play here, some of them play there. There are 3 defending champions, Hopkins, Benilde St. Margaret's, and Providence Academy. They have a chance to repeat. So the only class that is looking for a new state champion would be Class 3, if I said that correctly. Yeah.
3A.
3A, Class 3A.
Yep.
We'll have a new winner. Well, I don't know what I'm talking about. The tournament starts today.
Yeah. Can I go back to the quadruple double real quick?
Messed around and got a quadruple double.
Listen to this stat line from Wilt Chamberlain in 1968 in one game. All right, one game.
Yeah.
53 points, 32 rebounds, 14 assists, 24 blocks.
24.
Oh, my God.
11 steals.
24 blocks is the one that catches.
That's a quintuple double.
And back to an earlier joke, it had to have been an exhibition game against the Washington Generals.
I don't think so.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
Oh, incredible.
And he had officially had multiple quadruple doubles in his career.
Nick, do you want to get emotional for a second?
Is it a statistic concerning Akeem the Dream Olajuwon?
Sure is.
Oh, I knew it.
Yep. So David Robinson was the most recent one, but before that, March 29th, 1990, 18 points, 16 rebounds, 11 blocks, 10 assists.
Wow.
I love you, Dream. When Akeem Olajuwon dies, the world is going to stop spinning for just a minute. I'm telling you. That man was so beautiful. Did everyone see the handsome – now college basketball is trying to bust through with all their conference tournaments. And
tournament week, yep.
By Sunday is the big
yep, Sunday's the show.
What do they call it again? Selection Sunday.
The selection show, yep.
Golden Gophers will play basketball tonight. The men play Rutgers. Is that correct?
Yep.
Hell, Golden Gopher hockey plays tonight. Big Ten tournament they play at Penn State. Okay, that's at 6 o'clock. So tournaments happening everywhere. Did you see the handsome Gonzaga basketball dude crash into a Super Fox Gonzaga cheerleader gal under the basket, and then he didn't want to leave her?
No.
That still photo is hilarious.
I don't blame him.
He's given her.
Is it on our website? Where's that gal that works here?
She's doing her thing. Yeah, I believe it is. I think she said she put that up there. I'll double check.
Very funny moment. I mean, it's nothing that you're gonna you're not gonna do backflips in the streets, but it was just this cute moment last night. Gonzaga's playing basketball, big stud college dude playing for Gonzaga. He crashes out of bounds and he lands on this stunning blonde Gonzaga cheerleader. And he just didn't want to leave. They kind of continued to talk a little bit. He overly apologized for crashing into her. They just gave each other kind of a look. Josh, I don't know. Did the Gonzaga kids party? I think these two were going to do it.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe they made a connection.
Are the Gonzaga kids, are they kind of like BYU? Do they not party?
Oh, I don't think so.
That's a funny video if you can catch it.
Yeah.
When Smashley shows up, whatever, she's taking a smoke break, which she did a lot more of when she was pregnant. When Ashley comes back, we'll tell her, because everyone's got to see that. Hey, let's scissors here today with our Minnesota Wild Report, brought to you by Luther Kia of Bloomington. The Piggies shut out Utah, just like the citizens of the United States have been doing for hundreds of years. Just kind of shutting out Utah. And leaving them alone. 5-0. 5-0. Let's see here. The Russian kid scored his 37th. Oh, God. His 37th goal of the season. And by the way, Randy, that's a legitimate 5-0 final.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Russian kid scored his 37th goal of the season. Where are the new boys? A couple of them factored into the score sheet last night. Bob Brink and Nicholas Foligno. Bob scored a goal. Nicholas an assist. Matt Boldy scored. Phil with the shutout. Handled their business.
Yeah, impressive.
Up next, the Pigs play the Philadelphia Flyers tomorrow night, so they got to figure out how to stop that Legion of Doom line that the Flyers have going. Lindros and John LeClaire. Michael Renberg. Anybody? State of Hockey, Legion of Doom line?
No, I remember them.
I'm sorry I blew up. Pigs handled their business with a shutout at home. Jonathan Quick still plays goaltender in the National Hockey League?
That surprised me, too, actually.
Yeah. One of the greats. But I thought he had hung it up. Jonathan Quick shut out the... There's two things that surprised me with this next hockey story. I did not know that Jonathan Quick was still a professional hockey player. But he plays for the Rangers, still plays goalie, just for the record. And he shut out the Calgary Flames last night. 21 shots, stopped them all. The other part that the other element here that surprised me, Jonathan Quick now has 65 shutouts for his career. And that's one more than the current coach of the New York Islanders, Patrick Waugh. Patrick Waugh is the coach of the New York Islanders?
What? No, he's not. You made that up.
I knew he was a coach, obviously. I didn't know he was. Greatest line, what do they call it these days? A clapback? Clapback? That's what I'm going with. One of the greatest clapbacks in hockey history came out of the yapper of Patrick Waugh. And I know a lot of folks hate Patrick Waugh. I don't mind the guy. I know he's nuts. And of course, if he was in a drunk driving accident or something that I don't know about, don't judge me. I'm just going off of what I knew about him as a hockey player. I liked that he was kind of crazy. I liked that he wasn't afraid of anything as a player. And he had one of the greatest lines ever. It was many years ago. Patrick Waugh was playing goaltender for the Colorado Avalanche. The Avalanche were playing the Chicago Blackhawks in the playoff is how you say it. And their top player, the Blackhawks' top player, was Jeremy Roenick. So Roenick had a good night, scored a couple goals on Waugh, and then when someone put a microphone in Jeremy Roenick's face after the game, he decided to talk trash about Patrick, saying maybe he doesn't have it anymore. I got his number. Maybe if Colorado had a better goalie. For whatever reason, Roenick decided to go after Patrick Waugh. So then that same reporter goes from the Blackhawks locker room to the Avalanche locker room with his microphone and says, "You didn't happen to hear what Jeremy Roenick said about you?" And Waugh said, "No, what did he say?" And the reporter said, "Well, he said you don't have it anymore. He said that maybe if Colorado had a..." And Patrick Waugh said, "Yeah, I have trouble hearing comments like that. I got my 2 Stanley Cup rings in my ears."
I really heard what Jeremy says because I got my 2 Stanley Cup rings plugged in my ear.
I didn't know you had audio of that.
I sure do.
That's good stuff right there.
I'll be damned, Randy Shaver. A Canadian hockey club upped and lost every single stinking game they played this season. 50 games, 50 losses. This is the Sarnia Legionnaires of the Greater Ontario Hockey League, so it's kind of like a B junior league from what I understand.
Mm-hmm.
And most folks are saying this has never happened before in the history of the game of ice hockey. A sport that Canadians used to be really good at. So check this out now. The Legionnaires managed to lose every single game of the season, and all of them in regulation. They were never able to even push one into overtime.
That's crazy.
The Greater Ontario Hockey League features kids between the ages of 16 and 20. Okay, I've seen a little bit of that that brand of hockey, that junior league where you can't be older than 20.
Yep.
Doesn't Fargo have a team, the Force or something like that?
Sounds right.
The Legionnaires put together a 0-50-0 record. Pretty dark days. They did lose a handful of games by a single goal, but I bet that doesn't make anybody feel any better about things over there. So a fan of the Legionnaires, they have a crowd that shows up and watches them play. A fan of the Legionnaires has said that they think it would be funny and fitting if they throw a mascot out there at the rink that is simply a giant, sad foam capital L.
Oh, no.
What was that?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know.
L for Legionnaires, and also in honor of their 0-50-0 season. Wow. We've had this conversation before, but it was always so much fun. What's the sorriest, worst, most piss-poor club you ever played for? Did you playing youth sports, of course, is what I'm referring. Did you have a ball club ever that was just? I mean, it was the longest little league season you ever had to endure, or the longest. 651-989-9393. What's the sorriest, worst ball club you ever played for as a young person playing sports?
I was lucky enough that my basketball and soccer teams were always very good. We were always in the finals, usually to win the championship of each tournament. But the worst one was when I played Little League Baseball. I only played it through, I think, second grade. I couldn't handle it because in Egan, it was coach pitch. And
the worst thing on earth.
And they
no, wait a minute. Player pitch when the kids first start pitching.
Right.
Is that
That's impossible to watch.
I never got to that point.
Okay.
But also it was coaches pitching to their team, and it was also every kid had to at least make contact and, get at least put a ball in play.
Yeah.
So there's kids just, swinging straight down, and it's, 33 pitches before the guy finally hits a dribbler back to the mound.
Because no kid can walk away feeling like they aren't wonderful.
Right. Exactly. Oh, it was so painful. I would just sit down in the outfield and this is stupid.
I played on a Little League team that wasn't terribly good when I was like a sixth grader. But I guess I've been lucky, too. But if anyone has any stories... I think we've talked more specifically, with our listening audience. They've texted in about, their worst personal performance. But if you have a story about a team you played on that just sucked eggs, we'd love to hear about it.
My brother, Nick, was always on the worst baseball teams ever. It was brutal to watch.
Did you get dragged along to every single game?
Yes, it was brutal.
Here's a listener, Spooky Spaghetti Jesus, says, 4th through 6th grade football, 0 wins. We only scored 1 touchdown in one of those seasons.
They probably celebrated like they just won the Super Bowl.
There was one season where they only scored 1 touchdown all year. That's great. Oh, my God, rosy-cheeked Jesus. 7th grade traveling basketball, we went 1-33. Our one win was during a terrible snowstorm. The other team only had 5 players show up.
This person was on a basketball team that lost 82-5 in middle school.
Oh, no.
95-21. One of our listeners, NWO Jesus, middle school basketball, we lost 95-21. At halftime, it was 55-0.
There's a couple tournaments for basketball we've been at recently where a team was getting beaten so badly they just kind of wrapped it up with about 3 minutes left in the second half.
See, you soft-ass young people now, there's the mercy rule at all these sports now.
I don't know. Would that be a mercy rule?
I don't know if that's mercy at that point.
It was one of them, one team, I don't want to say the name because they're little kids, but they lost by 60 points.
But they didn't finish the ball game.
Well, it was 3 minutes left. They thought statistically they're not going to come back. We've got to get a bunch of other games into it.
But we had to suck it up, didn't we, till the bitter end, Cubby?
And Josh, I had money on that game, so the true score never kind of flushed out.
I never considered all the betting the parents were doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I was trying to hit the over.
Not buying it, Jesus texted in to say, every sports team I played in as a kid sucked. Otherwise, I wouldn't have made the team. That's fun. Go ahead, 651-989-9393. Love to hear it. We can check back in with you. Worst friggin' club you ever played for? How bad did it get? Yes.
Never mind, that's not the name. My kid's 4th grade B-ball I'm assuming they are talking basketball. Because of the score. Lost by 100. They have an 0-10 record.
Currently? Wow.
That's demoralizing.
By the way, Ashley, did you get the video up on our website of the handsome Gonzaga basketball player and the handsome Gonzaga cheerleader setting up for a night of sex?
Yeah, I was listening, so it's up now. And I did not smoke during my pregnancy.
Too busy drinking.
Yeah.
Didn't have time to smoke.
Oh, man.
Love that you set the record straight.
Well, who said that you smoked during pregnancy?
I heard somebody say it. I didn't recognize the voice.
Oh, wow. What is it, been a week? People still can't let it go. Talking about piss-poor youth sports clubs. Pizzle-rot Jesus texted in to say, Minnetonka was up 4-1 in the third period, lost in overtime.
Yeah, we remember.
Call back to the... Andrew DePaula, our long snapper bro, has decided to work another football season for the Vikings.
Hey, that's good for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. The Baltimore Ravens called the Las Vegas Raiders about that Max Crosby trade and said, on second thought, no.
How weird.
It's hilarious.
Buyer's remorse.
Well, I don't know if it's that.
Isn't it some medical thing?
He failed the. That's true. They say he failed the physical. There's nobody's disputing the fact he's got a knee injury that's being rehabbed and worked on right now, but apparently the progress being made isn't going as fast as the Ravens would have liked. So they cancel the deal, and it's an example. It doesn't happen very often, certainly not with a deal this size, that no deal is done until the physicals are done.
And there's
you can announce it,
right?
But it doesn't mean that it's going to happen until the physicals are done.
Breaking news
from Adam Schefter. The Ravens have signed Trey Hendrickson.
Never heard of the guy.
Oh, out of the Bengals.
Yeah, 4-year, $112 million contract.
Whoa.
Says Hendrickson stays in the AFC North and now will be facing Joe Burrow and the Bengals twice a season.
Wow. So they pivoted fast.
They did.
Yeah, the problem with this right now is that the Raiders, because they've did this deal, and they got $30 million off their books when they traded Max Crosby, supposedly, they went out and spent a ton of money in free agency because they had a lot.
Well, they signed Kirk Cousins?
Well, no, but they spent a lot. And now, with Crosby back on their roster and that $30 million back on their books, they are now trying to figure out, what do we do? And his trade value all of a sudden has I'm not going to say it's cratered, but
it's obviously gone down a little bit.
Yeah.
So they spent a lot of money they didn't have.
Well, they thought they were going to have, yes.
New guy in accounting is in the corner puking his guts out.
I can't imagine.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Back to the worst teams we ever played for. A listener texted in. He didn't say what school he went to. But he said, my first year of varsity hockey, we went 1-24. For Christ's sake, our only win was against Coon Rapids.
No, that's not a win.
It's friggin' embarrassing. We talked a little bit about this gong show yesterday. Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott was all that's not how you say it. He was all set to marry some foxy lady, right? Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott. But now their wedding plans have been thrown into the toilet. We heard about a massive argument that cut loose between the two of them while they were doing the bachelor/bachelorette combo party. Hilarious stuff. Now a new development in the story. Dak Prescott's now ex-fiancée is accused him of cheating. And yes, I know, a rich and famous man struggling to keep his rod in his pants is a difficult scenario to believe. But that's what she's accusing him of. Cheating!
That was my assumption when the story first broke. That
did it happen
on the other?
Did it happen during the joint?
No. From what I understand, good guess, though, that maybe he boned one of her girlfriends down there in the Bahamas, right there on the beach or something. It says here she found out that Dak Is something wrong?
I just was reading the details.
She found out that Dak was supposedly using social media accounts to send inappropriate messages to multiple women's.
Oh, he had some burner accounts.
Yeah, incognito social media
Maybe some
accounts.
D-pics.
Wow, that's bold. So I wonder if she was, just on his phone and clicked something and realized, oh, what's this? What is this?
Can you imagine finding something like that out?
Again,
I would have a heart attack.
On his phone. How do you end a relationship, Ashley?
They go through each other's
Open
phones.
up your partner's phone.
I've never done that.
Whoa, dude.
Never even
No,
think to do
why
it.
would you do it? Doesn't belong to you, does it?
I mean, I pay the bill.
I've used my husband's
I do pay
phone.
the bill.
I use it all the time.
You pay the bill.
Yeah, I mean, so technically, I guess if I wanted to argue it, it is my phone.
That would stand up in the court of law, I think.
Would it really?
I think so.
I didn't know this. Dak Prescott and his now ex-fiancée, they're another pair of those breeders. It says here they have a couple kids together already.
Oh, no.
Friggin' breeders.
That's too bad.
You want to play this game real quick? So the New York Jets have hired back Geno Smith to play quarterback. Okay?
I love the headline where it says the Jets get their quarterback. What? Come on.
Okay, so he was with the Jets, and didn't he punch someone in the face? It didn't go well.
Drafted by the Jets.
Drafted by the Jets. He punched someone in the mouth. He wasn't very good. He went and played for the Seahawks. He was pretty good. He went and played for this team, that team. But now he's back. So let's go through with this routine. We roll through this bit whenever the Cleveland Browns or Washington Commodores start a new quarterback because those two clubs have gone through so many of them over the year. Hell, the Vikings are one of those ball clubs that
getting there,
that have yearly quarterback issues. We're all very well of that. The last quarterback the Vikings banked on turned out to be totally unproven and injury-prone. If only there would have been someone in town, maybe, say, a radio personality, that could have repeatedly warned everyone about the guy. So anyways, these are the quarterbacks that have played for the Jets in the regular season since Geno Smith was thrown off of that club 8 or 9 years ago. Like I said, he played for the Jets, but then he went other places. Now he's back. These are the quarterbacks that have played a game for the Jets in the regular. I don't follow the NFL like I used to, but damn, there are quite a few names on this list that don't ring a bell at all. And here they are. Matt Sims, Michael Vick, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Bryce Petty, Josh McCown, Sam Darnold, Trevor Siemian, Luke Falk, Jason Mers, Joe Flacco, the MILF Man.
The MILF Man.
Mike White, Josh Johnson, Paul Crew, Chris Streveler, Karen Rogers, Tim Boyle, Tyrod Taylor, Justin Fields, Brady Cook. Right? Most of those don't even ring a bell.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll all work out for him.
We're going to find out, I think, today about the Vikings quarterback situation.
Oh,
I hope so.
Kyler Murray?
I think, I think that
Kirk Cousins.
I think, well, either one. I think we're going to find out something today, though.
God, Cousins would be so hilarious.
Take a guess who I'm rooting for. On this date in history, dark times began.
I will say this: I
was kind of setting a vibe there.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. You got to get it out, Randy.
No, go ahead.
Get it out. I want to hear what you have to say, and then I can try to create that vibe again.
I was going to say that if it is Kyler Murray, I think that's a pretty good sign to J.J. McCarthy that his time here is probably done. Because I know it's going to only be a 1-year deal, but I think if the Vikings move on from him to a proven player like Kyler that's still got tread on the tire, that's going to say a lot about how they feel about him. If it's Kirk Cousins, maybe not quite so much. Because Cousins is not a long-term solution.
He's older in the hills. He mostly sucks. I get it. Yeah. Okay.
One last thing before you set the vibe, Nick, about the NFL. I just saw on social media that there was a kid who, at the start of free agency, big Ravens fan, said, "I will shave my head if the Ravens somehow end up with Max Crosby."
Oh, no.
And then he later on then shared a picture of himself with his bald head, shaved his head bald, and now Crosby's not even going to Baltimore.
Did you post that one, Ashley?
No, I didn't get that one.
That kid looks terrible, by the way, bald. That's cool. He went through with it, though.
Yeah, and a man of his word.
Now
but...
we know to wait a little bit.
He doesn't wear it well, huh?
No.
What is it, March 11th? Today's a dark, dark, dark day in football history. It is. It's a damn shame. And it gets worse every year. Ever since this date in 1986. Today was the day the NFL adopted instant replay. All right, here's another one of these sad jackasses. Here's a good way to get your ass kicked by a bunch of dudes wearing Chris Stapleton T-shirts and Bass Pro Shop hats. And I think this kind of thing automatically puts you in the running for the Tiny Pecker Award. A dude was arrested during a bass tournament in Texas. A dumbass goes by the name of Curtis. Officials found out...
Come on.
Yeah, his name is Curtis. Officials found out that Curtis had been stuffing weights in the anuses of the fish he caught during this bass tournament.
So dumb.
Trying to cheat the weigh-in.
Oh, my God.
Can't you see yourself, Josh, just on your back, trying to protect yourself from guys wearing Chris Stapleton T-shirts, Bass Pro Shop hats, and maybe a hoodie tied around their waist that says Shimano on it?
Yeah, you're going to get stopped by a lot of cowboy boots.
Yeah. Stuffing weights up the fish ass. Just like that guy, that couple of guys a number of years ago. That was a huge story a number of years ago.
Yep.
You're going to get major trouble for stuff like this. And it's odd. I mean, they know about it. You know, they check that kind of thing. How does he think he's going to get away with it?
They'll take away your boat. They'll take away the truck you towed the boat with. They'll take away your only begotten son. Because the tournament was offering a cash prize of $10,000, the charge is a third-degree felony.
Wow.
Whoa. Was it worth it? Was it worth it?
Now, here's something that Curtis from Texas, well, he must have been aware of it. He must have been. He competes in fishing tournaments. They use a metal-detecting wand now on the fish to see if anybody's stuffed a weight up the fish's anus. Oh, and he's going to have to call his brother-in-law at the friggin' Chrysler plant. He works as a fishing guide.
Oh, his reputation's done.
Yeah, he's done. Because he wanted to win the bass tournament.
Oh, honey, they gave me a trophy and everything.
He's so cool. I bet they took his picture.
You bet they took his picture. What do you...
Like with the, they do that.
Mugshot? Yes.
Oh, for a mugshot. Oh,
like
yeah.
when, no. I was
What?
thinking like he wanted his picture taken because he's the winner. The winners always get their picture taken and like put in the local newspaper, all that crap.
Oh.
They did from a previous tournament. Yeah, I didn't see one from this one, but I did see his mugshot.
At this point, has everyone in Minnesota who fishes, have all of us ended up in the sporting news? Because, I mean, even I've got my picture, and my dad and I and a couple other guys were in the sporting news.
No,
Does anyone know what I'm talking about?
Not really.
I've worked at a couple of promotions with those guys.
You send your picture into the sporting news.
Yep.
And
cool dudes.
Pardon me, the outdoor news.
Yeah, outdoor
I'm sorry.
news. Yep, I know what you meant.
You send you catch I mean, you can catch just a little hammer handle northern, and they'll put your picture in there just because they're nice people at the outdoor news. So, Ashley, you fish. You've never been in the outdoor?
No, I feel cheated now.
Send them a picture of you holding some weak-ass sunny. They'll put it in there. Yeah. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just saying they'll put anybody in there because they want you to be happy and want you to say, hey, look, we're in the...
They want you to be happy.
Yeah, they're just wonderful people.
They are.
I still they still have the booth at the fair, right?
I'm not sure. I guess I haven't seen them at the fair, but I've seen them in a couple like outdoorsman shows.
I would always
for an
stop
avid indoorsman, I've worked a lot of outdoorsman shows.
Did they ever get you to wet a line? Did you go up to Stacy with them and do some carp fishing or
Nothing
anything?
like that. We just kind of stood next to each other and talked.
Yeah, the outdoor news, man. I love that friggin' rag.
It's a little bit different than the sporting news.
Sorry, I misspoke.
It's a website we check a lot.
Boy, after my dad died, we went down to his personal crapper in the house that he and my mother lived in. You know, he had his own bathroom in the basement. I bet we found 6,218 old episodes. What do you call it in the business, Josh? Old editions of the Outdoor News. That's what the man read when he took a
They still have a booth at the fair, folks are saying. Thank you.
Oh, yeah? Right by the DNR pond where you can see my walleye, Willie the walleye.
I'm so jealous of that still.
I adopted a walleye many years ago. You can still see him at the fair.
That's so cool.
He and I have worked together for so long, I can call him over to me. I've shown this to friends. My walleye that I adopted, he lives there in the DNR pond, and I tap the... they got like a wooden fence.
The side of the...
I tap it to a certain rhythm, and Willie will come to me.
No.
Willie the Wall. You want to come and watch it? I'll show it to you.
We've had this conversation before, and I still don't know if you're telling the truth or not. But
Josh,
regardless of that, I tell people about it.
Yeah, Willie the Walleye. Okay, next year at the State Fair, come join our live broadcast or whatever we're going to do there, and I will show you my adopted walleye, Willie.
All right, deal. We usually walk by that. So.
He's got a little... Maybe some of you will recognize him. He's got a little scar kind of down by his right dorsal from I dropped him on the ground once. I took him out of the water and, the whole thing that we do. And I dropped, so he's got a little scar. I bet you some folks texting in know who I'm talking about. Ever tell you about the time I went ice fishing and I brought my Billy Bass character, brought him on an ice fishing trip, and when a guy stepped outside to take a piss, I tied Billy Bass to his line, sent it down the hole, and when he came back in, of course, he sees his popper is gone. He starts reeling. Billy, the big mouth bass, was on the other end of that fish.
Well, we had one here. Somebody must have brought it home.
Yeah, that was many years ago.
It was a long time ago.
We played the piss out of that like everybody else. All right, Randy Shaver, there you go. We'll wrap with you again tomorrow morning at 7:30.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Thanks, cuz. We'll be back in a few minutes here on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
Half-Assed Morning Show. 93X.
Well, hello to all the wonderful podcasters out there, wherever in the world you're listening right now. We truly appreciate it. Dana here. Yeah, I'm a sports junkie, I'm a wing lover, and of course a smart club member because I trust my home comfort to Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, and I really think you should too. Right now it's HVAC Mania, and these deals will help offset the cost when your brackets get busted. You can score a $45 coupon on a furnace tune-up, normally $148. And no, it's never too late to show your furnace some love. And if your system's about to crash out like a 5-seat against a 12, now's the time to replace it on your schedule with 0% financing from Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Go to standardheating.com and mention 93X. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.
Years of hard work, and now you've got pain in your back, your shoulders, your knees, maybe your joints. You need help. Randy Shaver here with the answer. Dave Bialke. He's got over 30 years experience in getting workers' compensation benefits for people just like you. Don't suffer. Call Bialke Law today. 763-571-2410 or go to bialkelaw.com. That's BIALKE law.com. And it spells relief for you.
The Half-Assed Morning Show. 93X.
Oh, yeah.
It's official.
What in the hell is going on?
I forgot to put a stop sign there.
Bum, 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 bum. That was, don't tell me that was Wherever I May Roam, Metallica.
That sounds right. It was a Metallica promo, so I'm guessing you're correct.
What's it for?
They're playing at the Sphere.
Oh, we're running a promo for the Sphere shows?
I think we're sending someone there.
Oh, nice.
Dude.
I just want to go to the Sphere in general.
Mm-hmm. Just stand outside and look at it.
Looks pretty cool.
Yeah,
it does look neat.
It looks so cool.
I have a sphere of the dark. Here we are back on the program. What do we call it? The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. It's the Wednesday show, and we're thrilled. Absolutely thrilled. What a riot, if you don't mind me going backwards real quick. I wanted to close this out. What a riot, the text messages he sent in this morning to our Luther Bloomington Kia text line when we opened up the subject of the worst ball club you ever played for, the worst youth sports team you ever played for. Boy, some of you took a beating. People were talking about they played basketball, they lost 100-2. They didn't win a football game for 3 years between 7th and 9th grade. I got some more text messages. I wanted to wrap that up before we move on. A listener texted in, Josh, to say, I was the worst player on the worst Little League team on record in the history of Watertown.
Oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry.
Worst player on the worst team ever to come out of Watertown. At least he got to play baseball in a nice place. I love Watertown.
Me too.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of fun there.
Listener says, I grew up in Big Lake. Every one of our ball clubs was miserable. Another listener says, I once legitimately trying my hardest bowled a 26. Played high school football for the Fighting Saints of St. Francis, this listener says. He says, damn, we were friggin' sad. Football team, middle school football team, didn't score all season, never even got a first down.
Oh,
Ouch.
no. You kind of get one of those by accident.
My 7th grade boys basketball team went 0-22, including a loss to the 7th grade girls basketball team.
I would stop showing up.
What was the final score? I'd be interested in the final score of that. I've been to a youth football game where nobody got a first down.
Oh, no. That sucks.
Oh, boy, that's fun.
But I'm guessing these kids were young enough to where they don't punt. They just change
Right.
side. Yeah.
That's exactly right.
You couldn't even get excited about a punt.
Has your kid gotten old enough and good enough at sports that the games are at least entertaining now, Josh, or are they still kind of boring?
Oh, I think it's fun.
Yeah, okay.
They've
That's
had a
good, at
couple of
least.
nail biters this year. It's been a lot of fun.
Oh, that's good.
Now, one of our listeners who said he never won a football game growing up in his hometown. They never won a game.
That does great things for your self-esteem.
You know, but here's what he says, Smashley, and I think you'll go along with this. He said there's a bright side to not winning a single game for 3 years. 30 years later, it's impossible to make me feel bad about losing a game of anything. It was a growing experience, a learning experience.
Yeah.
We'd probably all agree that some of these kids today, Cubby, bitches about them all the time, the kids today. They need to learn that you're not always a winner.
No, you got to learn how to lose.
You've seen those parents, every move their kid makes. Oh, yay!
Yep.
Yay, you're the best. Some of us took a terrible beating, and it did us a favor.
I agree. Yeah, I'd rather be more honest about it. I mentioned before, my mom told me what a great artist I was.
It's going to be me, dude.
She said, oh, gosh, that is wonderful. Picasso. I'm raising a genius artist, and I thought, wow, I must be pretty good at drawing. My mom keeps telling me how good I am at it.
But then reality kicked you in the ass, didn't it?
Yeah, I get crappy grades in art class like in first grade, and other kids will be like, dude, that sucks. That looks like nothing.
Hey, she probably thought you were great. She was wearing mom goggles.
Oh, yeah, mom goggles are a real thing.
Oh, yeah, they are.
I remember telling
It wasn't in my household, I'll tell you that.
my classmates, like, are you insane? I'm an incredible artist.
Yes.
My mom tells me this all the time.
Oh.
What's wrong with you guys? You don't know art.
You don't know.
Turns out I didn't know art.
Nah, it's their fault, Josh.
All right, and again, before we move on, another topic that we covered earlier, the Outdoor News, who pumps out that beautiful newspaper with all your fishing and hunting, and been around forever. We talked a little bit about the Outdoor News. And this is funny. A listener says, my 6th grade teacher had his picture in the Outdoor News. Nice picture of him holding a bass, and his teacher told the Outdoor News, so they could post a name with the picture. His teacher told the Outdoor News that his name was Richard Milfoil. Okay. Let me know when you get it.
That's good.
Josh got it. Ashley, Dana, let me know when you get it. He told the newspaper his name was Richard Milfoil. Okay. Let's talk about something a lot of folks do. I don't know. It's probably fair to say we all do it. We judge people quietly. We sit there. We judge them quietly. This is the example they use. You're walking your grocery cart to the drop-off stable, corral, whatever they call it. You're walking your grocery cart to the little stable, and you see someone just leave their cart in the middle of the parking lot. You roll your eyes. You judge them.
Yeah,
Yeah, 100%.
That's the ultimate example, right? That's the one everybody brings up. I think we've had this conversation before where it was called like a douchebag test or something like that.
Yeah, it determines what kind of person you are.
Yeah, I know we've had that conversation. That seems like that's the one people point to the most.
Is that the prime example? Richard Milfoil, nothing yet?
Dude, I tried, and then my brain started hurting.
Should I let him in on it, Josh?
Please?
I don't know. I kind of like that they don't know.
Okay.
I'll go back to
people online are talking about the things that they silently judge other people for. And here are the supposed highlights. And, of course, your comments, one way or the other, are more than welcome. Not respecting the school bus. That one's interesting. It can be annoying for you to have to slow down your motor vehicle, but kid safety is very important. Not respecting the school bus, so they flip out that stop sign, and you just keep it going.
Yeah, those people are so stupid. I live not too far from a high school, and they have a crosswalk, to get from one part of the school to the other part, and it lights up like, hey, someone's trying to cross.
There's lights on it now.
Children, and some people just blow through it. What are you doing? You're going to hit a kid.
Yeah, I've never seen that. They must just not be paying attention.
Or they just don't care.
Right? Because what do you mean?
Some people just don't care.
That they might kill a child?
No, they
just don't care about anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're just running the risk.
Just a couple days ago, I was behind a school bus, and I found out in my neighborhood, and I've never seen the afternoon school bus. I'm usually doing other things, but I had no idea that it stopped like on every block. That took me a really long time to get to where I was going.
Yeah, you almost turn around and go a different way.
It was comical.
And you almost feel like you're doing something wrong, like because you're like following the school bus and watching them let out all these kids.
I did have that thought.
I promise I'm not a weirdo.
I'm just going the same way.
Not respecting the school bus. I already got a text that says, how about respecting the school bus driver? Huh?
Oh, yeah, that's all. To me, that's all in one.
People who dominate conversations and don't let you express yourself. Okay. I don't know that I've ever been trapped in a situation like that where...
I definitely have.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's been times where I wondered, like, why did this... why am I here?
Mm-hmm.
But, I have, you guys know this, for whatever reason, I am kind of the person that people call, like, to vent about other things, too. And maybe just because I'm fine just kind of being a part of things, but I don't really need to chime in.
Your friends and family call you to vent about their problems?
Coworkers.
Coworkers? Well, which one of you is bitching?
Which one of you isn't bitching?
Things that we quietly judge others for. Men who wear their baseball caps inside, especially when dining.
I didn't know people had a problem with folks wearing baseball caps inside. Dining, certainly I've heard that. I know like we couldn't wear hats at the table.
Definitely not.
I think it's disrespectful to wear your hat at a table, but...
But what about just indoors in general?
No, not at all. Some people need to. Keep that thing on.
Okay, boomer.
Is that one of the things you've been calling Josh and bitching about?
Uh-huh.
Me and Dana need to keep our hats on?
Yep.
I've been trying a lot harder to, when I enter someone's home, to remove my hat. I don't know. Maybe I saw an old episode of Little House on the Prairie or something. You know what I mean? I don't know why it's been something. Because I think wearing a hat indoors in someone's private home, I think it's kind of silly looking. That's it. That's my only reason behind it. As far as going out to eat, if it's a fancy place, I guess it might enter my mind. But other than that, if I'm going out for dinner somewhere, that does not cross my mind. But in someone's private home, I've started to kind of make a movement to take my hat off.
Yeah, like church.
Oh, jeez.
At a fancy restaurant. I guess I don't think about it indoors.
Yeah, I guess for some reason it's different to me, like eating dinner in your own home versus going to like a dive bar. Like I think if you sit down at like the family dinner table, it's respectful to your fam.
That's what I was
take off the
picturing.
hat.
Yeah.
I told you the church hat story with my brother and my mother.
Yeah, I love that.
Good Lord. My brother and I were hung over to beat piss on a St. Patrick's Day 25 years ago. And we were to meet my mother at the church for the St. Patrick's Day service. Remember, just a few days ago, we were talking about what I don't like about being Irish. But we had to go hungover to beat hell. I think we went all the way down to Belle Plaine because that's where my mother's side of the family came from. So we drive all the way to Belle Plaine. We feel like hell. We sit down behind her in the church. It's a packed house. It's the St. Patrick's Day. Here come the bagpipe douchebags. Anyway, at one point or another, my mom turns around and says to my brother, "You need to remove your hat." And my brother said, "Turn around. Watch the service." My mom took about 30 seconds, turns around again and says, "You need to take your hat off. It's impolite for you to." And my brother said, "Just watch the service, okay? Leave me alone." He's not in a good mood. He's hungover. My mom turns around one more time and says, "If you don't remove my..." And my brother goes, "There's a lot of other people in the church wearing hats right now. There's a guy right there wearing a hat. Shut up. Leave me alone." The guy, takes the bagpipe out of his mouth. Like, what the hell's going on over there? Totally flipped out in the middle of this.
93X, the home of the half-assed morning show.
Yeah, you didn't have to read that Fleet Farm ad, but still, the fact that you pressed the button, I couldn't quite follow it. I don't know what's going on. Richard Milfoil.
Still got nothing for you.
I got it now. I read somebody's text.
A listener texted in earlier. We were talking about Outdoor News, the newspaper. A listener said that their sixth grade teacher or something had his picture in the Outdoor News with a big old bass or something. And the teacher told the newspaper his name was Richard Milfoil for a joke. Dana, translation, Dick Weed.
I forgot that milfoil was a weed.
Oh, okay, I get it now.
Yeah, that would have helped.
Sure is.
Thanks for walking me through that one.
Look at you sitting there judging my every move. We've been talking about how we all like to sit silently and judge others. One listener texted in and said, "What do we judge people on? Simple, everything. Yeah, it's fun." One of the comments that came up earlier was we judge people for wearing hats indoors. Men who wear hats indoors, specifically men who wear hats in church or at a fancy restaurant. One listener texted in, Josh, and said, "I have hair like Jim Ignatowski from Taxi. Look, I'm going to wear a hat." Josh, what does a yellow light mean?
Slow down.
What does a yellow light mean?
Slow down.
What does a yellow light mean?
That's one of my favorite scenes from that show.
That's one of the great. It's one of that show. That's one of the greatest scenes in television history.
Oh man, that was so good.
What do we judge people on? Okay, my personal favorite is when my pals instantly judge the dude who walks into the bar with a scorching hot female.
Oh,
that's
yes.
my personal favorite. I love that bit. I scoot up to the end of my bar stool so I can hear every angry, jealous, judgmental word that they say. Because the dude who walks into the bar with a scorching hot female, what is he instantly? He's a douchebag, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this douchebag.
Doesn't deserve her.
Look at this jack-off. Look at this idiot. I love that routine. I hope they never let it go. It works every time for me.
I blew up on a buddy once because he said the same thing, that exact same routine. Like, how does a douchebag like that get a girl like her? I'm like, well, because he had the confidence to go up and talk to her at some point rather than commenting from 20 feet away.
Right. Unlike you being a total chicken dick over here.
Exactly.
Who doesn't want to.
Although you guys ripped a guy for having a girlfriend who was too hot not too long ago. It was more confusion than anything, but there's some frustration in there.
Who did we?
Oh, yeah, because that doesn't make sense.
But it was like frustration and anger you guys were throwing out there.
I even went home and told my husband about it. This is ridiculous.
You guys, you mean who? Me
you
and Dana?
You and Ashley.
Who are we ripping on?
You were ripping on our boss.
Oh, that
after
was a
we
joke.
Met our fiance,
that was a
or his
joke.
fiance.
I like our boss. We judge people for walking their dogs without a leash. We judge people for letting their kids run wild. This is the conversation on the godless social media. We judge people for being pushy on airplanes. Being pushy.
Yes, I hate those
and
people.
Rude on airplanes.
Why are you getting up when you're in the back of the plane and the plane just lands? You have to wait your turn. Stop it.
I don't know. Have you had a bad experience on an airplane, Josh, with people being pushy and shoving?
I haven't. I mean, I really haven't been on a lot of flights, so I'm sure. I mean, shoot, we read stories about it every single day. It probably happens a lot, but I've been lucky. Haven't had anything like that.
Driving too slow in the fast lane. Talking too loud on their phone. I probably talk too loud on my phone because I can't hear a friggin' word on the other end of the damn thing. I can't even hear myself anymore.
People were texting in earlier about folks that have the hands-free on, or the speaker on, when they're, so everybody can hear the entire conversation.
Yeah, I'm definitely judging you if you're using like the, like speak to text out in public.
Oh, gosh.
Just text, weirdo.
I think we talked about this recently, but I had an ex who she'd be in the passenger seat of the car, I'd be driving, and she would do voice to text. So first of all, you're sitting as a passenger. You don't need hands-free texting. You can just text. And it wouldn't just be like, hey, Mom, we're on our way. See you in 15 minutes. It would be, hey, Christy, haven't seen you in a while. What's new? Did you start that new job? How's your dog doing? We should totally catch up soon. Period. I'm free next Thursday and Friday. Period. What about you? Question mark.
I'll tell you, there's a guy that we work with where I forget, and almost every day he's video chatting with his kids, I think it is, or something.
Yeah.
And he has it on speaker, so he'll say something, and I'll respond, and then realize, oh, yeah, he's not.
That's happened to me, too.
You've done the same thing?
Yeah.
You talking about your ex, Dana?
Yes.
Have you seen that douchebag she's been seeing lately? Unbelievable, isn't it? Joking, of course.
Yep.
Oh, God. I'm ready to crawl into bed with some of Josh's wife's leftover enchiladas.
Oh, I do have leftover enchiladas to go home to. Yeah. Last day.
Oh, last day of leftovers?
Yeah. Then what? Move on to spaghetti?
I started the week with spaghetti, Ashley. Yeah, last day of leftovers. So.
Thanks, everyone, for listening, especially our new favorite listener, Richard Milfoil. Right,
oh,
John?
yeah, Richard Milfoil. I love his nickname, too. Happy birthday to Jeffers from Uncle Tommy, and happy birthday to Charlie, a.k.a. Attitude Too Much Like Her Mother, she's turning the big 07.
Half-assed morning show 93X.
Well, hello to all the wonderful podcasters out there, wherever in the world you're listening right now. We truly appreciate it. Dana here. Yeah, I'm a sports junkie, I'm a wing lover, and of course a Smart Club member because I trust my home comfort to standard heating and air conditioning, and I really think you should too. Right now it's HVAC Mania, and these deals will help offset the cost when your brackets get busted. You can score a $45 coupon on a furnace tune-up, normally $148. And no, it's never too late to show your furnace some love. And if your system's about to crash out like a 5-seat against a 12, now's the time to replace it on your schedule with 0% financing from Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Go to standardheating.com and mention 93X. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.